Hey Ben, I found you something.
What's up?
For $1,629 dues, you could get a triple barrel shotgun.
No. I need mag fed. Fuck that.
I mean, to be fair, if
Well,
three
how about-
intruders break into your house, you got a barrel for each one.
Well, what about bread slippers?
No, that's fucking retarded.
It's slippers that look like bread.
Actually, Jace, you didn't
I
ask.
got that. It's still retarded.
Jace,
Those
Jace,
slippers are inbred, okay?
Ha! What?
Jace, you didn't ask him about Mind Goblin. God damn it.
What's Mind Goblin, Connor?
Thank
My
you,
goblin
Dalton.
is dick.
Thank you, Dalton.
I love how I always give Connor that. Like, I always give it to him.
I really hope I could have gotten Jace off kilter with it, but no.
No. You're gonna have to try harder than that.
All right, we ready?
Doing this thing.
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
Go
Fuck
for it, buddy.
Pig.
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna say my joke that Ben didn't hear yesterday. welcome to Memento Morons. This is gonna be our very villainous episode. But question for you, Ben. What do you think is the gayest letter in the alphabet, and why is it U?
God damn it.
Funny. That's a funny joke. Fuck you, but no.
Mhm.
So yeah, we'll go down the roster. We got me, Bill Pilgrim, Matt. What's up? What up, G? We got Connor Impey looking like Gojo from Jujutsu. If he
You said
turned
Bill
into Choji.
Pilgrim. You said Bill Pilgrim, and my brain just went beef. I'd like to fornicate.
Get out.
That's a beef I'd like to. I mean, it could be, I guess too, but why?
No.
All right, then we got Dalton. Woohoo! What's up, Dalton? Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Next, we got the main man, Jace from the Help the Hardware place,
Yo, Matt.
and then the Saber Drifter, my friend and yours, and just the lovable guy that we always talk shit about, Ben Bane.
What's up?
Woohoo! Because we're all kind of villains in our own way, I suppose. So that's why we're doing
You peaked on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
what?
You peaked on that one.
Evil. Oh, okay, fine.
You peaked, Matt. You peaked.
And it was back in high school during when I won the senior
That
dance
dance-off?
competition. Yeah, bro. But that was my 15 minutes. I already know.
That
So
time
anyway,
is coming gone.
Yeah, our topics are most evil fictional villains. Villains in media that you just love, even if they're pieces of shit and you're like, I dig them. I like his mojo, or their mojo. And then anti-heroes. Why are they better than heroes? Pray tell! So I
Oh.
guess we'll start with most evil fictional villains.
I'm about to say, I think this was yours, wasn't it, Matt?
It was
Mhm.
because I remember back when I listened to the audiobook of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and it's kind of just a crazy story, but then I saw a YouTube thing talk about, like, you know, it's where I got the topic from. Like, I think the AI in that is the most evil fucking thing ever, because essentially we created this AI that was conscious, but it was still stuck to where we made it, so it just destroyed the entire world and just kept 5 people alive for like over 100 years just for its pure hatred of mankind. Every time they try to kill each other, he just brings them back to life. This one super hot gay dude, he turned into this fucking Neanderthal guy with a big dick. The one like the only chick there who's like pure, just turned her into a fucking slut. But like, bro, I don't know, it's like the most savage fucking crazy shit. And what's nuts is it's only an 11-page short story that the guy wrote in one night, but it's just such an existential dread. I want to find the fucking quote from it.
I
I have no quote and I must talk.
I have no ass and I must shite.
I mean,
Don't
Okay.
everyone laugh at once now.
we're not gonna laugh at all.
Okay.
As Matt tries to find his quote, Connor tries to find humor. No one will be seated while we wait for Matt.
Okay, well, I think this is my minute, maybe.
That's my favorite thing to say on the stream whenever the guy's like quiet or so, like the game is kind of slow. It's like no one's gonna be seated while we sit here and try to finish this out in this game.
Yeah. Okay. So AM is the AI in the story, and this is his quote about how much he hates humans. Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nano-angstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at the micro instance for you. Hate. Hate. And he just fucks with them the whole time. And he pretty much tells them that, like, hey, I do have this canned food that y'all can go get. And they're like, dude, it's probably not even there. It's probably spoiled, but, like, what else are we going to do? So as they're going, they get all fucked up. Windstorms, try to fucking blah, 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 blah. Get there, see the can, but they can't open it. There's no can opener. And then this one dude who was not changed by the fucking AI, he was just left to see everyone else change, which was kind of his hell. But he decides, I can get these people out of here by, like, actually murdering them. So he fucking kills all of them. And that hatred went straight just to him now. This is the quote. This is pretty much how it fucking ends, where he's describing himself. He's like, I am a great soft jelly thing, smoothly rounded with no mouth, with pulsing white holes filled by fog where my eyes used to be. Rubbery appendages that were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. I leave a moist trail when I move. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface, as though light is being beamed from within. Outwardly, dumbly I shamble about, a thing that can never have been known as human. A thing whose shape is so alien, a travesty that humanity becomes more obscene for the vague resemblance. Inwardly, alone, here, living under the land, under the sea in the belly of AM, whom we created because our time was badly spent, and we must have known unconsciously that he could do it better. At least the four of them are safe for now, at last. AM will be all the matter for that. It makes me a little happier, and yet Am has won, simply. He has taken his revenge. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
Well, all right then, buddy.
Dude, it's insane! It's insane! The pure hatred there for, like, nah, you fuckers, you trapped me here, so I'm trapping you, and I'm just gonna, like, completely 180 you, fucking rip you apart, bring you back together, and then homie's like, I got you, homies, and he's like, okay, you fucked up. You done fucked up. Who else am I gonna look at now? Just you little blobby fucking sluggy bitch. It should have been called Sluggy Bitch, the movie.
I have no slugs, so I must bitch.
I absolutely would love to have Matt do like a whole rendition of reviews of several different things just in his tone and his voice. Just like shit like that. Like, and then this bitch did this shit and this shit did that bitch. And it's like
It's like Thug Notes, but like not
yeah, right.
not fucking dug into religiously.
Cliff Notes with Matt.
But what was cool about the video I watched
Notes.
is they made a comic book of it that is like, it's fucking nuts. So you see all the shit kind of happening and ooh. And then I actually do have another one but like, yeah, Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is like probably one of the most evil, vicious, fucking malignant beings in fiction.
Oh, so it's just a millennial as a robot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A blue-haired millennial.
A blue-haired millennial as a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the Nose Ring Mafia.
Hey.
Represent, Matt.
I said what I said. I'm not backing down.
I kind of want to get like a 9-volt battery and just put it right there.
That would fucking suck.
It just warms it up.
Dude, he gets caught on Devin's panties and shit sometimes too, man.
Connor,
Like, I love fishnets, but jewelry does not. You'd be like stuck between a titty and an ass, like.
Looking
I
like
have
something out of
to-
Hellraiser.
I have to ask Connor, were you trying to huff that shit so you could walk on sunshine or what?
Well, no, I was just, I guess, trying to wake myself up because legitimately for a moment
Wake
while
me
Matt,
up!
What?
Go drink some water, dude.
like for a moment while Matt was talking, my brain's like, he's kind of soothing actually to listen to. I think I could sleep.
ASMR with Matt Buendia.
This bitch
That's
did that with that
despair.
bitch,
Death
did
and
that with
despair.
this bitch.
Death and despair, death and despair, death and despair.
Oh yes,
You're
things to
fucking-
things to go to sleep by.
If you're falling asleep,
I
dude,
also
go
have
drink some ice
water.
water. Put some ice in it.
Matt's rendition of it.
Some water
I have-
for your daughter.
Matt's rendition of the fucking story is like,
I have no mouth, but I must suck dick.
Well,
I was
here's an
gonna say
idea for
smoke,
Connor.
but I think
Put some
like
in there.
I could live without sucking dick. Smoking's a bit different though.
smoking pole.
Put your bottom teeth in the water, Connor. That'll wake you up.
All right, is it who's next? Because I'll my other one's pretty crazy too.
Damn, you right.
Told you. I think
That's
Connor's
smart.
up next.
Yep, go
If you
for
want
it.
me to be so, before I say at least two people, real quick about it, rattle them off. Here's my opinion, or at least the standards I have for how evil someone is. The first would be if they regard other people as either they're less than them to the sense that they couldn't be bothered to even have a thought for them per se. Like, think of an elder evil from the Lovecraft universe. It just doesn't care. It doesn't regard lesser beings as anything. To them, it's just they're there.
Well, would
Is
you
that
consider
really
an ant as a being
And-
worth noting?
And this, it's a little weird. And another one I picked up from Kyle because he always asked this when I would talk about a villain. And as goofy as it was, I always thought, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good measure if someone's a dick and evil. It's like, okay, if I walked near them, would they kill me on the spot? And usually I'd say, yeah. Because, I mean, if you take the time out of your day of doing whatever a villain does just to kill one person or to fuck with them, like what Matt talked about with AM, you're a special kind of asshole, and you're a villain.
You called me a villain when I field goal kicked that squirrel in Baldur's Gate.
It's a villain move.
That is
He
a
bit
pretty
me
villain
first.
move.
So my first choice is Jace, and I will... No, I'm kidding.
It's not my fault that squirrel bit me first.
The funny thing is, Kyle did it too in a playthrough I watched he was doing, and I was like, bro, it did nothing to you. And he was just like, it bit me. Yeah, for 0.1 damage.
You claim
Oh, my
victory over
church.
the squirrel, even though you don't know why you were fighting.
Exactly,
in the
that's
first
how I felt too. I'm like, why? Anyway,
Astarian still
okay.
has the best quote.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
heavens, you fight such vicious fiends all the time.
place. Actually, if you've already outed him as a vampire, he gets super mad that you wasted all that blood.
I saw that one. I saw that
Wasted
clip.
it. Yeah. Anyway, so the first one I'm gonna go for is from an animu, and this
Animu?
might be a cop out. Please argue with me if you feel like it. I'm gonna pick Majin Buu in his original form, Kid Buu,
Oh yeah, Kid Buu.
because that
Sure,
that is a
100%.
level of
He gave
He's
no
not-
fucks. Like
I
he
know,
just wanted
like-
to
I'm about to
destroy.
say, I was about to throw hands if you're going to say Fat Boo or something.
He went to the other world to just kill people he's already killed.
The
Yeah,
thing is,
that-
though, that makes him scared. Okay, so there's always that argument like, who's stronger, Super Boo or Kid Boo? It's Super Boo, obviously. The problem with Kid Boo is he has
He's a
literally no little switch in there to tell him,
No,
what
here's
to
the
do, what
difference
to think.
between
He's
Super and Kid.
acting on impulse.
Yeah,
like,
that's just
he's-
the thing between. That's the difference between Super and Kid. Super Boo is sentient and intelligent. Kid Boo is just pure feral.
Yeah, and that's scary. I mean, he's just
Yeah.
a little bastard. The only time I could think he had any sentient thought was when he went to Otherworld just to be a dick. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this thing's so old too.
But yeah, to me, I loved him for that reason. Like, I kind of love a fact when there are villains who are just psychotic enough to that's all they have.
I mean, I would say Kid
Like-
Boo is more, is stronger than Super Boo, but Super Boo is definitely more evil than Kid Boo.
No, it's switched definitely. Super Boo's
you also gotta
stronger
remember,
than
Kid Boo is
Kid.
acting like Connor said. Kid Boo is acting on instinct. Super Boo is doing it as a choice.
But the other thing is, the instinct he has is just pure carnage. Like, he doesn't even eat. Last time I checked, like I can't remember him changing anyone into candy and eating them. Even though a video game shows he can do that. It's like he never did it though.
But he
Yeah,
did,
but I mean, just because you can doesn't mean you want to.
he did bite Goku, but in his defense, Goku bit him first.
Yeah,
And
to be
he's
fair,
like-
Goku bites every fucking person.
And he has a
bites.
He did not
childlike
bite Cell.
brain.
He did not bite Cell.
Well,
That's
it's because
because-
Cell has a
that's-
hard shell.
I was gonna say because he's perfect.
The perfect
See,
jawline.
originally I wanted to say Cell, but I feel like he's not as evil as others are.
No, I mean, Cell is. He did
He's
have some
arrogant.
Frieza in him,
He's
but
arrogant
yeah.
evil.
But then again, he also had that Goku. I just want to fight people.
I think
Exactly.
Well,
I think Frieza is probably the most evil being in that whole series.
Yeah,
Definitely. I just wanted to point out Kid Buu because one, I like Kid Buu more, and two, I like when villains have such a psychotic mindset that it's not like, oh, it's a disability, it's a default for them. Like they didn't get
Yeah,
told,
Frieza.
yeah, you're kind of.
it's
No,
not a bug.
Frieza
you know
has-
what? I'm not
Frieza
gonna
has
say
a
he
choice.
isn't. Yeah, I would almost wager that maybe
Frieza-
his father was definitely a big influence because his dad was as much of a POS as he was.
Well,
The
yeah,
only
but I mean,
difference
I
is-
know some people that are like that have terrible parents who are great people.
Well, I mean, the
So-
thing about Frieza, like in the Super Series, the only reason he agreed to take part in the tournament is self-preservation, because he didn't want the universe to get erased. Because if that happened, he'd get erased. He's doing it out of pure selfish intent.
Yeah,
No, definitely.
And in the last Brawly movie, he wanted the Dragon Balls to make himself 5 inches taller, not 10, because that's too much. Like, what the fuck is? What happened
mean,
to my show? God
Like
damn it.
I know he would never. Okay, so like that fucking part of that goddamn. So like I know that he would never do it out of pride, but if he would have asked Goku for it, he probably would have just let him do
I
it.
could definitely see that. It's like,
Like
Goku, I
Goku would be
just want
like,
the
"Oh,
Dragon
yeah,
Balls.
I can help you."
Let me become 5 inches taller. Are you gonna leave if I let you? Yes. Okay. I mean,
All right.
Bulma was gonna do it so she could look younger anyway. I mean, if anything,
Yeah, like
Bulma's
5 years
vain,
younger.
and we all
he's
know
just
that.
as petty as you are.
Well, her,
Bulma's just
she
vain.
wanted
We know this.
fucking a boyfriend with the first wish, like all the way back. That was how it started. Like, I'm gonna get me a boyfriend,
Anyway,
and then it was
um,
just the softest panties in the world.
but
Thanks, Oolong.
okay, the second villain I wanted to mention, which now I've forgotten. God damn it. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna say Wesker. Wesker
Wesker?
is a
Fucking
son
Resident
of a
Evil
bitch.
Wesker.
Yeah,
He is
Free
a
Wesker.
son of a bitch.
He's an ass hat, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was genetically made one of the 10 who survived the Wesker Project. And even he, like, just grew into just thinking, I'm better than everyone. Why the fuck am I sitting here being this little...
He's got a
You
lot
know,
of perfect
paranoid.
Cellisms.
He,
He really
does.
does.
He does, but then after he went to visit his creator, Marcus Spencer, who's like, I was to become a god, and he has the gall to literally stab him and say, that right is mine.
He said,
Bro.
Yo, he said, "Fuck yo couch."
I
Yes,
knew
he
it, you
did.
rich motherfucker.
He is just a pure bastard. After getting the virus from, like, being stabbed by the tyrant, like, his mood shifted immediately from, I'm better than everyone, to be like, I am him.
He seems like the kind of guy that would like American Psycho when he's fucking like flex in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's what Wesker does. He's all about himself.
He seems like the kind of person that would invest everything into transhumanism and then enslave a handful of guys while killing everybody else.
Yeah,
And removing someone's
He would Stepford wives himself.
The other thing is, he definitely has the vibe of, if you walk past him in the street, he would kill you. Like, he'd just do it.
Wesker would just probably rip your heart out and like watch you fucking
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Black
He would
people
do that.
walk on the other side of the street when they see Wesker.
he would do that if you had the gall just to look at him.
Yeah, probably, because he'd probably look at you and think, an insect dares to look upon me.
Wesker's got the same kind of gall that makes Russians scared.
Not to mention, like, even in, like, Code Veronica and the prequel to, or the little prequel mission to Resident Evil 5, he treated Chris like he was a fucking rodent the whole time, just slapping him around, beating the snot out of him, just like, yep.
And that's his folly too. Like that's how he gets killed because he thinks he's like such a fucking god, and then he just gets his
arrogant, man.
ass whooped.
To be fair, the other thing is, I give it to the fact that Chris is such a such a hardy survivalist motherfucker. I'm
Well,
not saying like if
He's the Tom Hardy of the Resident Evil.
Well, I mean, Chris also punched a boulder.
look, man,
Hey,
I love
we all
people
punch
give
out
him
of
shit
old,
for that.
you know.
It's like he took steroids. Why is he so buff? If you had to fight Wesker,
yeah, he's like, I ain't getting caught next time. Fuck that shit.
You
I
know
ain't
what?
getting
Drugs
I
to
ain't
fight
getting caught
Wesker.
lacking next time. Next time it's on site.
Say yes to
First of-
drugs, kids.
Connor, why did it look like you were jerking off 2 dicks until they reached completion on your
I was
face?
trying to. I'm sorry. I was trying to.
Who jerks off like this? What is it like? Is your dick like a manual fucking? Gotta
Yours
put it in
isn't?
reverse. Fucking.
Yeah, but for me, those are 2 of my most picks. I have one more I can mention, but I feel like that'd be more of a Dalton one to talk about.
Go for it, Dalton.
Actually,
go
you can
ahead.
then. You
I
sure?
was about to say I still have another one. I'm just letting other people go.
Darth Nihilus?
Darth Nihilus, I mean,
Would you say he's evil or more just legitimately just hungry?
hungry.
Yeah, he's
just,
more.
He's
more
just hungry.
He's more hungry, but at the same time, he feeds off of people. He kills people and the
He
Force.
feeds off the Force, not necessarily.
So I would say he's
Force.
he's more of an evil, but not a like. What's the word I'm looking for?
Dementor. Just
Almost, yeah, kind of, in a way.
Yeah, evil would definitely be Valkorian in Star Wars.
Ooh,
He's definitely
yeah,
a
Valkorian.
bastard, bro.
He's an evil out of necessity.
Yeah.
Valkorian or Nihilus?
No,
Nihilus.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I kind of agree with, but Valkorian, no, he's a piece of shit, bro.
I don't know.
There's
Nihilus did straight up torture Vissus Mar, though. Like,
Eh.
and I mean,
Maybe
like, in the
maybe he has
most
a fetish.
fucked up ways.
Maybe he has a
Fuck Rose
fetish.
and money.
I mean, to be fair, after he ate that whole planet, like, the only survivor was Vissus, and he kind of just, like, grabbed her and was like, you are mine now. You
I
don't
bet
get
he's
tacos.
What? You're getting tortured.
He didn't even leave a tip after he ate the whole planet. He just fucking bailed. He bailed on the check. That's how evil he is. He will dine and dash.
But I
Well,
hate... Go ahead.
It was just-
there's another part in Code Sword that's also kind of fucked, and it's only implied, but it's also so it's theorized that when Scion and Nihilus kicked Kreia out of the Sith, they just straight up raped her. Like, it's implied because the way she says it too, it's just like, and I suffered indignities, and it's like,
All I picture was Nihilus just, like, taking force from her, just like, yeah, I'm done. And then Zion's just like, zip! I'm not!
Just like that.
Even Nihilus, just his voice going, that's disgusting.
It's like
which makes me kind of feel for Kreia a little bit more.
Why do you
like-
look
it's like-
why do you look like a crusty sausage down there, bro? Don't judge.
He's- Fuck.
It's like that quote from Quagmire. It's like, until this day, I can't have sex with a woman against her will without thinking about rape.
Is this the Krusty Kreia? No, this is Patrick.
Kreia.
God.
Hey, look,
Oh,
Ben
look.
said something funny. Call the press.
you.
Declared a
No, that
national
was good.
holiday.
Yes, that's right. We're gonna have June 30th as Ben is funny day.
It was National Gandalf Raping Day.
Oh fuck!
It's
God,
Gandalf.
that-
Fuck!
Oh,
now I'm
imagine
aware.
it's just his
It's from
face.
the whitest. It's from the whitest kid you know.
Oh no, yeah, the Gandalf raping day.
Wait, hold on, just a second. All I imagine is this face.
Just
God damn it, Dalton.
speaking of Lord of the Rings, we could add Sauron to the list.
I present
Like,
Gandalf
we
the
don't know
Gate.
much about him, but we know he is a villainous motherfucker.
Well,
For God's sakes, he owns a ring that literally corrupts people who have it. They don't even have to wear the ring.
Because
They just have to see it.
he's the embodiment of evil. He can't
it's like
Yeah.
a Horcrux almost.
It.
Bro, you know who's gonna be mad evil? The new Nosferatu, bro. Oh my god, bro.
The
That
fucking.
fucking trailer looks evil as fuck.
Jeez,
I still
calm
get
down there, buddy.
No.
So,
No.
so, motherfuckers, regarding Sauron, yeah, he's just essentially a disembodied entity of malevolent evil, and the only things that were killed, like even in that last great fucking fight where the ring was separated, it was nothing more than essentially a meat puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, my memory's kind of fuzzy. We haven't done a Lord of the Rings one, have we?
We
I
have.
don't
have?
think we have.
We
Oh
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
did.
right. Yeah, we did.
we
Yeah, okay, now I remember now.
I don't know.
The bet was I had to watch the whole.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Anyways, Dalton, your turn.
I'm gonna say the father from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
yes.
That fucking
Yep.
dude, man. He
That dude is a
fucking
POS, yeah.
is
Pure
the
evil.
absolute fucking worst.
It is bad, but he wasn't doing it out of like, fuck my daughter, I don't give a shit about her. He's like, she's gonna go for the greater good. So his intentions were not based on pure evil, although it was an evil act. I will totally
Hey,
agree.
Dalton. Hey, Dalton.
Wait,
I think he's thinking of the
I'm
wrong
talking-
father.
You're thinking about the
Wait.
wrong guy. I'm talking
You're
about the
thinking-
guy, like the main
talking about-
villain of Full Metal
Oh,
Alchemist.
okay, never mind.
Oh,
fine.
Yeah,
thought-
no, I'm
Pure
not
father
talking
and- yeah,
about.
then okay,
I'm not talking
alright.
about that guy.
Shao
That's a whole
Tucker-
different evil.
You're
Shao
not talking
Tucker is a
is definitely evil.
bitch.
I'm about to say, I thought you were talking about Shao Tucker there for a second.
No. I'm talking about
He-
Father himself, the
Yeah.
homunculus in the Flash.
But
Ed and Al's dad, got it.
like
real
yeah,
quick, definitely
no,
though.
not his dad.
Yeah.
Technically is their uncle.
But yes, to Shao Tucker though, what he was doing was a great thing. Like to him, it was a greater good scenario, even though it was twisted. And I still have to live with the fact I told the man who voiced him that you were awful for doing that, and he just went with it. I love playing fetch with my daughter. What is wrong with you? And he just laughed like a POS.
But yeah, the father from fucking Full Metal Alchemist split off of himself all of his 7 deadly sins, so he didn't have to worry about them, made them into people, and then completely and totally just controlled a whole fucking government from behind the scenes, and just murdered everyone.
And he did it just so he could become God. And the
Yeah.
sad thing is, he got away with it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. He was gone
He
for like
still
10
got
minutes.
away with it though, but then Hohenheim literally pulled up an Uno reverse card like, fuck yeah,
Broenheim.
bro. And
I had a picture for the longest time with him with shades saying Broenheim on my Facebook.
I love that.
Broenheim. But yeah, no,
But yeah.
father from fucking Full Metal Alchemist is
That works.
probably
Another-
the worst in that universe for sure.
There's also the fact that to get the power he wanted, he had to take 5 pieces from people, like little offerings. One of them being like Roy Mustang's sight. He literally made him blind just so he could get the power of God. What did
The
you
man
take
who
from-
wanted to change his country can't see it happen.
Even though at the end they're like, actually, I think we can repair your vision, bro. Really? Yeah.
Of course, Ed's body, but of course he needed human sacrifices. Like that's what they needed to do the human transmutation, which is
Mhm.
basically not even human transmutation technically, because like it was just their spell that they needed.
Yeah.
That kind of makes
part-
me wonder, like in the OG when Xerxes was getting destroyed, who did they do that to? Like, did they have people just do that, or they just like make people, or people just did it? Like I'm very curious on that fact
To
now.
me-
I couldn't tell you.
To me, Father is evil, but I would also call him delusional evil. Like, even after losing the power of God, he still had great power, but at that point, he still regarded him, like Wesker vibe, he still considered himself a god.
Like
And
even
literally
worse.
regarded everyone like maggots.
Narcissism.
Yeah, even worse. Like after he was dead, his exact expression to like the truth, which is what it's called, or God in this case. But it's like
Whatever
he's
you
like
consider.
he's like, but why? Why did you not help me? It's like you couldn't see like anything at all. Like, well,
it's very
goodbye.
much. It's still argued if that's supposed to be God or just existence or just the physical law of the universe. Basically, it's still argued.
If you look at the subtitles, it calls it truth.
Which is fair.
the
just
truth.
It's just the prophet of. It's just the prophet of truth.
Truth, mercy, and regret.
Can you imagine him just waking up? Where am I? You are weak, and gods must be strong.
You are weak. Oh God, supposed to. Honestly, that guy, fucking prophet of
Truth
truth.
is definitely a POS,
also
bro.
fucking because he knows what humans are in the universe,
So
and he just like murders them because he doesn't want anybody to find out.
So for context for Matt and Jace, since you guys had just gotten into Halo and you don't know the story, in Halo 2 we're introduced to 3 prophets that belong to the Covenant. One called the Prophet of Truth, the Prophet of Mercy, and the Prophet of Regret, which the ironic part is their names are inverses of what they are. The Prophet of Truth is a liar, Mercy is not merciful, and Regret regrets nothing.
Nothing.
But yeah, basically, Prophet of Truth was just a massive POS who figured out that humans were like the
Reclaimers.
like the descendants of the original like beings, the Forerunners. And he hit it, but then he started killing them also, so they couldn't like do it. Like he literally only kept one person alive just to activate a weapon for it. Like that was it. And even at the end of his life, when Arbiter backstabs him, he was still just
shall be
a
silenced.
massive POS.
Spoilers.
Freaking Prophet of No Regrets over there. Like,
No
To be
regrets.
fair,
game is over 20 years old.
yes,
It's not
and
our fault.
And also, not to be mean to you, Jace, I don't know if you're going to play the story for Halo 3. If you do, I'll be proud of you, but you don't have to. I was just
I
saying.
think I
if-
might have played 10 minutes into Halo 3. I don't remember.
I love the
That's
soundtrack. for
All
Halo
I
3,
remember
though.
is Nate
Mhm.
had it, and we played
Yeah.
a little bit of the multiplayer, and then his Xbox red ringed.
But yeah,
Ooh.
I would say if I had to pick the most evil out of him, I almost want to say Mercy. Because the moment, like, the Arbiter was, like, basically in trouble for the shit that happened in Halo 1, he was, like, already right there ready to say, yo, we're going to string you up by your intestines and we're just going to parade you around the fucking city. Like, go fuck yourself. But the truth's like, hold up. He's a pawn. We can use that. But yeah, like I said, their names are inverses of each other. Like,
But yeah, no. Prophet of Truth is. Prophets, all three of them, they're kind of bitches.
Sound like
Alright, Jake.
cowards.
what you got, dog?
Jace,
I have 3.
Okay. fire away.
I feel I should have did. I didn't know everyone was doing multiple ones. I should have
I
just.
just
did
came
my-
you
up
wanna
with these on.
No, no,
I came up
it's
with
fine.
these on the spot.
No, you're good. Knock them out. Let's go.
I have Mephisto from Diablo because
Well, anything in Diablo, it's literally Satan. So Satan's
Well, to
I
be
don't know,
fair,
with the name
Mephisto's
like
Satan is
Mephisto.
patient zero for evil. Okay.
Mephisto's literal title in the game is Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred. That's a pretty like
He's
douchebag
one of the
name.
I
three
thought it was going to be the Lord of Fisting, but all right.
Mephisto is the Lord of Hatred, one of the 3 prime evils. Basically, whenever the hells and the heavens learned of Sanctuary where humans are, and humans are the descendants of the Nephilim, the half-breed, or the crossbreeding between angels and devils, or angels and demons, Mephisto and all the other forces of hell learned about it, and went to Sanctuary to corrupt them. And
Yeah, like he went out of his.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Sorry. You. I'm so sorry. Please.
After the Angiras Council, which is the big council of the angels, basically made a truce with the Burning Hells to leave Sanctuary alone, Mephisto and his 2 brothers, Diablo and Baal, still influenced and basically made a church called the Triune. Made a whole religion out of the whole damn thing. And Mephisto actually orchestrated the Dark Exile, so all 3 of them could get sent and stay on the mortal plane to actually steal the souls and become more powerful.
Yeah. Basically,
Shitty souls, though.
basically,
I mean,
he
you give
went
me
out
all
of
like
his
the
way.
fucking second. I get all the second-hand souls that no one wants, just like the fucking retarded kids and shit.
Yeah.
And he was mentioned in Diablo 1. He was a boss in Diablo 2. Kind of ignored in Diablo 3. In Diablo 4, we end up fighting his daughter Lilith. And
The Queen of Witches.
yes,
She has to be named Lilith. Let's be honest.
but at the end of it, you learn that Lilith is trying to return to hell to steal Mephisto's power, basically, so that way she becomes a new prime evil, because she wants to end the eternal conflict between the heavens and the hells. But humans don't want her to do that because reasons.
There is also
We
a
want,
very
we want you to stop the fighting. Oh, okay,
No.
yeah, sure. I'm just gonna.
by killing us. Yes.
All right.
What? Also, I don't know if this is canon or not, but there was a rumor that Mephisto might have had sexual relations with one of the angels. I think.
No.
Was
Oh,
an
that was-
angelic.
that
No,
was proven wrong.
that was my fist though.
But at the end of Diablo 4, Mephisto ends up getting trapped into a soul stone before he could fully regenerate.
He's just in that little 2D prison in space, like Superman, like
I mean, if you
Uh,
watch the Vessel of Hatred trailer, it's basically a blue diamond, like that,
the Phantom
and
Zone.
Yes.
it's basically he's the new antagonist in the upcoming Vessel of Hatred DLC, or expansion for Diablo 4.
Yeah.
The other one I had was the Lich King from WoW.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like any Lich King. You hear Lich King, you're like, that's a fucking just skull prophet, fucking.
Well, to
Also,
be
I think they're
fair,
making a movie about the Lich King starring Henry Cavill.
That
they
is
do,
that has not been that's always
It's
been a
called
fan
it's
thing.
called Get Lich or Die Trying.
Sadly, no, that's always been people making art of Henry Cavill as the Lich King because he would be a great Arthas Menethil.
to be fair,
I was about to
if
say
they
Arthas.
did and he was Arthas, I would watch it just for that. The movie could be dog shit. Nah, it's Henry Cavill's
Actually,
Arthas.
if it's Henry Cavill, it's not gonna be dog shit because he's a fucking nerd. He's gonna make sure
Oh,
it's
yeah.
done right.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, he almost missed, or he missed the initial call to be Superman because he was rating on WoW,
That's
and he
adorable.
called him back and got the part for Superman.
Fucking nerd.
The same energy as Laura Bailey coming back to D&D, even though they're like, "Did you get your award for voice actress?" I don't know. I just left so I could play D&D, and then she
I
figured
remember
out
that.
later someone else. I think it was. I need to figure out who got that.
I can't
voice
remember who
acting.
won, but she didn't win. But
I
she
almost
wasn't
think
too
it
beat
was
up
a
about it.
Sutherland or something, but I was like, there wasn't
Kiefer
a voice
Sutherland?
actor, was it? No, I don't think
No.
it was the dude from Death Stranding. I can't remember the dude.
Norman Reedus?
Norman
No,
Reedus?
not him.
Norton Reedus.
It's the only one I know.
Yeah, that's the only one I know from Death Stranding.
I don't know
Freaking
any of
Daryl.
them.
Give me a moment.
Everyone knows Daryl. You know, fucking Boondock Saints.
Daryl.
Um,
It was a
Walking
voice
Dead.
acting role. I'm trying to find it real quick.
I'm not gonna get over the fact that one of the guy who played Zuko, Danny Bosco, was in Boondocks as the guy who hated the freaking Chinese. I am from Tibet. I have come to play baseball to fight the Chinese. It's like, well, why are you here? Because I hate the Chinese. Like, oh my god.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to look up the cast of it so I can figure it out.
the other one, I want to say why they're pure evil, but it is a little bit of a spoiler. Is the Absolute from Baldur's Gate?
I mean, yeah, it sound like I said. I'm like probably never playing Baldur's Gate 3 ever again. It's too big. It's too big of a game. There's too much
Oh,
to do.
I apologize. I think the gentleman's name wasn't that. It was like David Forsyth or something, but apparently. Oh, no, I found it. It was a guy named Thomas Sutherland. But I
Okay.
don't think he has any relation to the actual Sutherlands. Oh,
But
he was
anyway.
apparently in a. Oh, he's apparently in Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh, it's a good
Hmm.
show.
Yes, it is.
But
Proceed.
The Absolute is it's pretty fucking evil. The amount of shit that they were just willing to do, just to like, especially the cults, the
Oh,
cult
God.
behind it,
oh yeah, all three of them.
or just the Dark Urge in general.
To be fair, who would you pick as the most evil out of the three? Ketheric Thorm, I would say no, because
Orin.
Orin.
I mean, yeah, definitely Orin. I would agree. I've seen Orin,
Ketheric is an elf who doesn't understand mortality.
but at the same
because-
time, he was also mad depressed that his.
Well, yeah,
Yes,
his wife
he's
was
mad
a
that
human.
his human wife died and his half-elf daughter died. And he's like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't understand why they died, and flipped the fuck out because he's dumb.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that like mega evil. He'd probably be the least evil out of them. He did
Well,
it more out of
he
grief.
also said in his dialogue right before you fight him that he has fought for and against gods, and they've always been spiteful creatures.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
Orin is
Orin
No,
is
definitely-
Orin
corrupt.
is absolutely evil. I've seen the stuff she's done on Kyle's playthrough. She's petty evil, bro.
she's
and
also
just
the
fucked
Dark
up.
Urge's sister.
Yeah, I learned about that, and now I actually
Yep.
want to do a Dark Urge redemption run.
It's actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Why would you be evil? Me.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I mean, I still need to do a super evil run where I just completely lean into the urge.
I know nothing of Gortash besides he fucked over Karlach, and considering on one of my files I'm for her, he gon' die.
He also banged the Dark Urge quite often, like in canon.
Yeah, it's canon
He-
that those two
what?
were.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
banged
it's-
each other a lot.
It's canon that him and Gortash basically.
Dude, evilness fucks, man. That's the best sex. Like Satan's knows how to fuck, man.
Well, then again, I mean,
I'm
depending.
gonna make it awkward for him. I'm gonna make a halfling that looks like a kid and be like, "Yeah, fuck you, bud."
I mean,
It's
I'm
like
not
He's
gonna.
an
there's a
evil.
monster.
You think he cares?
I'm not gonna say exactly what happened, but Dalton knows what the fuck I'm about to say. Depending on how you play, you could have sex with a certain individual in basically outer space.
Oh no, I've heard that one. I know
You
that.
can
One.
have
That
sex with like
Dalton
everything in
did.
there.
Because
Dude, if I got the chance to fuck in a video game, I'm
because his
choosing
little
to
rogue
fuck.
was a slut.
My little rogue was a slut. She fucked
The
everything.
funny thing is, I saw that happen. Apparently, a VTuber did it, and then
Yeah,
immediately
Haruki
another.
Caribou.
Yeah, and Zentria confronted her like, "Did you fuck a squid?" And she's just like, well,
This
no,
man
no,
is in no condition
no,
to fuck a
no.
sheep.
This man is in no condition to fuck a squid.
Dude, the boys, honestly, Homelander and the boys.
I
Oh,
still need to
dude.
watch
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
Homelander is
110%.
definitely on the list of
that nigga is
bastards.
going crazy right now.
Yeah,
bro.
I've heard nothing
He's
but
twitching all the time and just like,
I've heard like he's very charismatic. He's charismatic as fuck, but he's also fucked in the
I
head.
wouldn't say charismatic. It's just that he's so powerful that everyone's afraid of him.
The other thing is, he wasn't born evil. Like, he legit just was made, and then he basically was given parents to literally be like, make him bad or make him strong.
he was not. He was in a lab until they put him out as
Yeah, but didn't that one dude like basically treat him like a POS? The
Dude,
surrogate
he was
dad?
just
Point of
he
sale?
was a test bunny. He was a guinea pig his entire life until he was Homelander. That
Am I missing something?
bro, just watch he goes back to he returns home,
But
quote
yeah,
unquote, in the new season, and man, does he have some memories with these people who treated
I was
him the
about to
way
say,
they did.
but
my
I
friend-
also remember
I took-
Go ahead.
I took basically almost an entire week off for San Japan, mainly just to travel down south to, where Ben and Matt and Connor are. I'm about to say, when I'm down there before we go to San Antonio, why don't we just watch The Boys?
I mean, it's 4 seasons of like
Yeah,
Why
it's-
not
several
a
episodes.
We can
It is,
watch just a season.
but I would definitely say Homelander is a definite he is an evil bastard.
Just a
Considering
psychopath. Yeah.
Considering at one point he's with a girl who wants to off herself, jump off a building, and then she doesn't want to anymore. He's like,
Fucking do it.
you know what? Let's
Yeah.
have some follow through. Jump. I don't want to. I'm not suggesting
I'm not asking. Yeah.
jump.
Didn't he just smile and push her off, and then it goes to the gif of Kermit, like a Kermit puppet just falling down and
Oh my
landing
god!
on the ground?
Oh jeez! Oh my god!
Bro, in the fucking comic, because they did in the show too. There's a scene where they try to save a plane and they fucking can't. They fuck it
Yep.
up. Boom.
Yep.
In the comic, he does that again just because he's like drunk and high at a party and just comes up butt naked, middle of the night, fucking lasers a plane down in the ocean, and like Vought just has to like sweep under rug. Like,
Doesn't he also basically? I saw this in the comics. Doesn't he fuck a girl and basically finishes so hard she explodes because of it?
actually, there's quite a bit of
You
that.
know, you want to know what the worst part about that is, Chase? I'm pretty sure there is some motherfucker out there who saw that and immediately just said, "God, I wish that were me."
Oh yeah, people are
Yeah.
freaky.
Also, Ben, you good over there?
yeah, I'm good. I just had
Well, I
some
think you're up
allergies.
next, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple of instances where I was going to mention like Cell or
Haha.
yeah.
Cell, I would argue though, like a bit,
Well,
not fully, but I'd argue a little.
With regards to Cell, it's more like a fucking physical or a mental illness because essentially his whole his whole persona is to become perfect, and then whenever he becomes perfect, he wants to justify getting better, and so that's where he fucking just starts trying to annihilate everything.
That's actually a great shirt. Hatred is a mental disorder.
It's my mental illness. I choose the
That
coping
sounds like an
mechanism.
emo band name.
It's my illness, and I need it now.
Though I will say, Masako X, the gentleman who did the voice of Goku and Gohan for
Yes,
the
a
Bridge
Team
series,
4-star. Yeah.
he did his own thing talking about who would have been like a good substitute for Frieza in the Tournament of Power. He recommended Cell because he feels like if Goku had gone there to hell, found Cell, and told him basically, there's a tournament with really strong people there. I mean, I know you don't like us, but I think you would love the chance to fight for our universe and just to test your perfect form or to have fun, fight. And I'm sure Cell would have been like, so you're telling me I do this, I can come back to life, and I just can't do anything bad. Yeah. Fuck it. Like, appeal to that. Appeal to his nature of fighting, and then he's basically
Yes.
just like nearly an anti-hero.
But
Not a segue, but
but no, I was going to mention Cell, but then Naruto kicked the door in.
oh, are you gonna mention who
Naruto.
I think you're gonna mention?
Orochimaru.
Oh,
Early game Orochimaru.
I mean, to be fair, you're right, he is, but I thought you were gonna mention the other villain in
Bro, I
Naruto.
remember when he showed up or whatever, and I remember I had to go to like the bathroom, and while I was gone, the third Hokage pulled that fucking ghost thing out to like remove his arms,
Yeah.
right? And I came back and I just see this like spirit demon and he's missing hands, and like I totally missed, like, what the fuck just happened? I walked away at the wrong time.
I remember I first saw Orochimaru, I had like Michael Jackson vibes from him. I was like, so what exactly are you?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
did
like-
a meme where he had the neck like, yeah, can I get 5 on pump?
But no, seriously, if you look at Orochimaru's origin story and everything, it just yeah, he's he's
he
unnatural.
was kind of fucking evil, but like if you watch Boruto, he is a passive like trans
He's-
person who's like
he's
he's
like-
the father.
He's chill as fuck. His kid even
He's
asked
chill as
him,
fuck now.
so are you my mom? Technically.
But he's
Well,
like, it's like, what does it matter what I am? Do you, like,
Well, that's
no,
the thing.
not really.
That's
They
a
even-
reincarnated Orochimaru.
They
Yeah.
even have kids walk up to him and be like, can I get your autograph on this card? And he's just like
Yes,
Like
I know
it's
about
like he
that.
smoked. It's like he smoked the fattest blunt, and it stayed with him forever. And he's just like, "Yep."
No, it's what I'm talking about is the pursuit of immortality side of Orochimaru, which went all the way up until Sasuke fucking killed him.
Yeah, and then at that point, he was like, "Well, shit. Maybe I should aim lower."
It's-
I fucking hated Sasuke's gross fucking little hand wings. Those were nasty. I felt like they smelled like bologna that's been sitting out for a while. You know, it's just fragrant. That's what like.
Picture them jumping at each other. Naruto sauce. Oh, bro, wash yourself. Damn.
Bro, Naruto
Um,
fucking dies during that fight. He gets his neck broken, nigga. And fucking Kuruma's like, that shit ain't happening. Squeeps. Like, ah.
yeah.
Man, I've been wanting to rewatch Naruto, and it's like you're getting me excited again. So fuck you.
Match
to be
reviews
fair,
is like fucking hilarious in my
I
head.
thought you were going to bring up Madara Uchiha. Actually, you know what? That would be for the next one. But let's move on.
Yeah. But yeah, no, with regards to Orochimaru, the compulsive fucking search for immortality. Now, but bear in mind, the catalyst of it all is through some really fucking troubling fucking times during the Great Ninja War and all that good stuff, and how he related everything to a snake whenever he saw a white snake skin. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a minute since I've seen it. But essentially that basically got he was already in a freaking warped state of mind, and he saw that and started piecing two and two together, but the wrong fucking way. And then that led to his incessant constant fucking drive towards getting better and better and better, with the ultimate goal being immortality, a la Frieza. You know?
Yeah,
Man,
but
you know Orochimaru at some point in his experiments, he's like, I need to try to impregnate the snake. Just forcing it on himself.
I mean, but it's a far cry to the point that in the bit of Naruto where it was supposed to be the wedding between Naruto and Hinata, Orochimaru's just chilling, walking through the fucking Hidden Leaf Village, just like trying food, running from mosquitoes, just big chilling.
Yeah, like he got his
Being
Benny
chilly.
Hill music pretty much.
Yeah. The other thing is, Rock Lee wakes up because he saw the ghost of Neji, and he calls out for him, and even Orochimaru's like, Neji? And I'm just like, bro,
You
what
said
is
Ghost of Neji. I just picture him like doing the fucking Patrick Swayze, like making the clay with his like 47 palm.
It's amazing. But yeah,
You got another
He's-
one? I mean, I'll give
definitely-
it to you because yeah, he was a snaky little bitch, man.
yeah, originally he was a
I got
bastard.
probably fuck snakes. Like what I was saying earlier.
That's pretty much all I got because then
glove up.
Well, since y'all are talking about anime, what's his name from My Hero, Stain or whatever?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
That guy, whenever he made the buffest nigga just like if he didn't have like a heart attack or whatever he went through, like he stumped them fools, bro. Like number two, he stared at them with pure hatred where they were all shook for a minute. You know, it's like when you see like Oprah's taint or something, you know, it's like the Ark of the Covenant, bro. That shit's
Oprah's
melted.
binge.
Are we on the topic of villains we like now, or are we
No,
still
because
on-
I need to do my last one. All right,
Oh,
so,
go
all
ahead.
right. So we got Orochimaru and shit. All right, bet. So as I was going through the I have no mouth and I'm a scream. There's this other book. It's like science fiction. It's called All Tomorrows,
Ooh.
and these fucking aliens. They're called the Q, and they're like these butterfly things with praying mantis faces, but just us existing pisses them off. The fact that we're conscious, because it opens up and like we colonize Mars, but then we fight ourselves to death, and that's like just the predecessor to the whole
To
book.
me, they're a slight inverse of the old gods of Lovecraft. Like I said, they don't care much about humans. They don't give them a second thought. But the Q legitimately went out of the way, just like, let me tell you something.
Yeah, because we got to the point where we could just colonize planets like that, and then what they did, they showed up and they just fucked with everyone's DNA, turning us all into just fucking monstrous fucking creatures that have to live on the land like fucking human elk-like beings and shit.
A few I remember off the top of my head. The one I thought of that was the worst is like one of them. They just turned people into literally a flesh blanket that you're blowing in the wind during like a sandstorm, so you feel every
Dude.
sensation like just
The worst one
tearing at you.
I fucking think they turned this whole civilization into these meat cubes that still have their eyes and their brains, but they're just essentially stacked up and they're a sewage system. So they're just aware as this fleshy blob that they just have shit coursing through their fucking bodies for eternity.
Kind of makes you think, like, what the fuck is wrong with these people that they make these stories?
Actually, Matt, I've got a video you might want to see. It's very funny. It was a guy talking about the All Tomorrow creatures and transformations, but he was ranking them on how fuckable they are.
How about
Yeah,
say,
I was looking at videos and stuff. They have plenty of drawings because they're very descriptive.
Oh yeah,
Because
Did
there's
Guillermo
some that
del
are just
Toro
like
help with this
humans have
movie?
just. Huh?
Did Guillermo del Toro help make this movie?
no, but if
it needs to
Guillermo
be a
del
mo-
Toro got a chance to make it, I
It
bet
needs to
he'd
be a
do it.
movie. I have no mouth and I must scream needs to be a fucking movie, man. They have a video game of it, and they have a comic book of it, and there's a bunch of like books of it. But
It could be, yeah.
I
dude,
have
it's just
a way. I have a
nuts.
way that it can be done. Honestly,
Would we end up liking the bit? No, I'm kidding.
Like and
No.
subscribe for us to make a stop motion of no.
no,
don't
not
have
stop
that thing.
motion. Fuck no.
My penis will be the guy at the end just talking, saying, I have no mouth, and I must scream.
It must be mini me.
I have no dick and I must fuck. It's like I'm gonna make my own reality show called Stink Masters, where a bunch of tattooed people just butt fuck each other.
Anyway, what was your thought there, Ben?
With regards to the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Um,
you were just saying.
I have a way that that it could be done. It's just going to take some dedication. It would require a lot of the green screen type stuff.
Oh, shit that I've been learning.
Yeah, like honestly, Honestly, I would need some help with setting it up because of the scope of it all.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah. So yeah.
Fair enough, but I don't think that the Q are villains that I actually like and find cool though.
That's nice. That's nice.
Matt,
Or-
do you want to start us
simple.
off? Do you want to start us off?
Um,
Unless you want me to. I mean, I did put it as
I mean,
a
because
topic.
the ones I'm kind of are just like horror movie icons, like Freddy Krueger and shit. Because like
But
those
the
you just
thing
root
is-
for.
But they're still they're villains, and you like them, so it matters. But
I mean, I know, but it's like there's times where like a villain's saying something and you're like, that nigga kind of
So-
right. Like he kind of right.
I've got 3, and I will try to burn through them as fast as I can. But I'll first discuss the reason I thought of this is because I was dicking around on YouTube watching, and Street Fighter 6 posted, "Oh hey, we're adding M Bison back. You know, the villain with the red hat, the shoulder pads, that attitude."
Psycho Crusher.
I admittedly don't know, but continue.
And the thing is, in the video game, he is bare bones simply, "I am Bison. I am powerful."
He's
But
Buff
in-
Daddy.
But in technically a lot of characters are buff, but besides that, in every other media form though, he's like the biggest fucking douche, and I love it. So the first example I have is the Street Fighter movie, like the live action one. People said they did not like
With Raul
it. The only
Julia.
yes,
I mean,
but people
It's
Go
like the live action Mario movie. It was what it was when it was.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
but he has like this moment where I think it's Chun-Li talking to him. I
It's
can't
talking
remember,
to
but
Chun-Li.
yeah, and she's talking about this whole like, you came to our village, you killed my father, yada yada, and then just with the most stiotic voice, just looks at her and goes, "That day when I came to your village, it was the most important day of your life, but for me, it was Tuesday." And I was just like, damn.
that nigga cold. Yeah, you heard what he said.
I still love on the animated. I think it was a series or movie. I can't remember. He's like, "Why are you always whining about?" Or I think he's like, "Why are you women always whining about me killing your fathers? I killed my father too, and you don't see me crying about it."
So in that one, it was a
That's OG,
cartoon.
that's
It was
pretty
either a
OG.
cartoon movie or series, but basically, first Cammy attacks him, saying, "You killed my father," and of course, like Bison beats her. Like he just grabs her arms and just kind of throws her to the ground. Then Chun-Li comes in, like, "Monster, you killed my father," and then just literally, "Yes, yes, I killed your father. What is it with you women?" I like the idea that it's an issue only for women. Like, guys do it all the time. So after he like throws Chun-Li away, he's just like, "Women, am I right, boys?" And just he expects the guys to go, "Yeah."
Yeah, buddy.
Here, have Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
But in general, also to me, Bison also
Have a Snickers.
Product placement with Taco Bell in Chorrito, Macho Burrito.
But in general, Bison just also has like a swagger to him, like a villainous swagger where you're like, you're a dick, but you're cool.
You're a dick. Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that walks around half hard constantly, you know?
With
Like-
the chub.
Like we said with Wesker earlier and Patrick Bateman, he definitely would be like doing a girl and just looking at himself in the mirror like,
Yeah, his moniker is Impressive Bulge.
The only other thing I got is that some of his moves, like when fighting, are just so like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Over the top.
Not over. Well, I mean, some of them are over the top.
Mediocre.
Like, one of the moves he has is he literally just yeets it to the air and comes down as fast as possible, just stomping on you, arms crossed, just like he has a
Disrespect-
move.
That's like
Disrespectfully
Cell.
campy.
Yeah.
It still has nothing on Psycho Crusher. He basically launches himself forward, Mortal Kombat style, holding his arms out and spins the whole damn time, and it's just every time Psycho Crusher.
He has in Street Fighter 6, if he has like 25% health and you do his ultimate, he'll literally like fly into the air, do a massive one, crash in, cause an explosion, and the aftermath is dude's on the ground like bent over dead. His arms are still fucking crossed, and all he says is "worm," and I'm just like,
Did you just
even
salute
right?
him? Did you just fucking salute him?
Yes. But the other thing is, He even has a horse that he rides on. Like, it was in the movie. They added into the game. Like, he just shows up, arms crossed on his horse. He even gets off his horse with his arms crossed.
He gets.
I mean,
his
that's
horse
the
off?
Bison look, dude.
He is
That's-
such a
That's like
bastard.
some Vegito level of disrespect.
It is. And the other thing is, whenever I saw that cartoon bit, people literally said, until Capcom says otherwise, this is my canon for Bison. He killed his dad. I'm
I would just like to add, I want Chun-Li to get me in whatever Zangief does with his legs.
I
Please,
just
destroy me.
The funny thing is, one of Zangief's grabs in Street Fighter 6 literally looks like he has them upside down and he pushes his face, slams it right into their butt cheeks. And whenever I see it, all I picture is with Chun-Li.
fair enough.
It's Chun-Li. You know what I'm about. Anyway, okay.
You
Um,
thirsty
yeah.
bitch.
Anime titty expert,
So-
yeah.
So I want to mention another one, but I didn't know if Ben or Matt would have mentioned it. And I said it earlier, technically in the Naruto bit. I gotta say, Madara Uchiha.
Okay.
He has the same vibe of, man, what a bastard, but fuck if he ain't
When
cool.
he first showed up, he got his own episode.
He got
Yeah,
his
it was
own-
30 minutes of him schooling like hundreds
like,
of these fools, bro.
for context for Jason Dalton, there's a whole army of trained shinobi. Like, I would say their skill is like a good average, right? Like, you wouldn't be in an army if you weren't like good at
I
your
always
job.
thought like you're one of just the not you're just a random army soldier ninja, and you start seeing Susanos and all that shit, and you're just like have a little ninja star. Like, what the fuck am
Yeah.
I gonna do anymore?
But
Ninja
Yeah.
Star.
But like
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of ninjas, I would say, charge him like, well, we can do it. And Madara's just like charges back, fucks up every one of them, and then the 5 leaders of nations all gang up to basically try and fight him. And my
Chops
favorite,
one of the bitches in half with a tree.
yes, one of my favorite parts though is like the
least
Mist
the tits
Village
are all right.
Hokage, the Mist Village leader. I can't remember her name, but she basically says, "This is hardly fair having to fight you, Madara." And he literally summons like shadow clones to surround them, and then he just says, "Now, do you want the clones to have Susanoo too, or no?" And I'm just like, he literally just said off the get-go, "You're not even worth the time."
I saw little bits of this because there's a guy I watch on YouTube called CJ the Champ,
Mhm.
and he basically has made a series of anime villains and everything, and see if they're worthy to be on, as he calls, the round table of Black Force Energy.
Yes, I've seen that, and I
And
think he
he's
was
done,
on that
he's
list.
done an episode for Madara,
Oh,
so
dude.
I know a little bit, and I remember what y'all were that little bit that you were talking about.
One of my favorite little interactions with him is always when like Hashirama, his childhood friend and enemy, comes back, just jumps over like the moment he hears him. He's just like yeets himself over a ravine to just be like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you to come back." And Hashirama literally just goes, "I'll deal with you later." And he has the most, but I've been waiting for you. Just this look of like,
Disbelief.
He had
How
the
dare
chair ready to like spin around like Mr. Bomb.
just the look on his face that basically just says, "I put all this together for you, you son of a bitch. You don't put me on read."
Oh, so it's like Cell with Goku.
In a bit, yeah. Or,
Especially TFS version.
Yeah.
You get down here and punch me in my perfect face!
Now I've got
It's my
one more.
perfect jawline.
Yeah, perfect
Perfect
jawline.
jawline. Now the last one is a DBZ villain. Dalton probably knows what I'm about to say. Actually, you know what, Dalton? Try to guess. Who do you think my favorite DBZ villain is of all time?
Is it Cell?
Charlie
No.
Jr.
No. Ben, do you
Uh,
want to try and take a guess?
Is it Frieza? I bet it's Frieza. It's your favorite, right?
No,
You
it's
won't
not
get-
Frieza. It's not Frieza.
Think
Is it
about
Reddit?
it. If there-
It's Fat Boo.
Matt, would you like to try?
No, I just hate when people get me to guess things.
You know what? That's fair.
Broly? I mean, he's not really a villain though.
Actually, Connor does like the OG
Broly
Broly.
is-
Broly.
I do like Broly.
Like,
Connor like Z Broly.
I
like,
have the bison mentality. Like, what is it with you people complaining about him crying about a baby? I'd kill a child too if I heard it cry for 3 whole hours.
Oh, I thought you had the
Right.
bison attitude when it came
Don't
to
ever
writing.
have children. Guess what? They
They
can
cry.
do that, and if you're
They
gonna
do that a
murder
lot.
it because you
But-
weak.
Another thing I mentioned about Kid Buu was I like when a psychosis or like being a psycho isn't just like a thing they suffer, it's like default. Bro goes legendary Super Saiyan is immediately just ready to fuck up everything. Like,
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
yeah. Like, I still get chills at the fact that after he like walloped Trunks, that he just looks at Goku and says, Kakarot, how much do you love your kid? And I'm just like,
Oh, he's so cool!
literally, I'm Vegeta in TFS that whole time. I was glazing like Broly the entire time. Like, I didn't even care about the baby thing. I was like, who cares? I'd be
I
mad too.
Considering
So was
the
was it Broly? Is that what you were gonna say?
No, yeah, you guessed it right. It was Z Broly.
considering Broly's massive bulk, I imagine you'd be the one getting glazed by him.
He
So,
glazed me.
We all
ready.
know he'd love it.
Now,
Connor's like Glaze-me, bro.
I do like Super Broly, but Super Broly just feels more tamed and legitimately. They just like grabbed a little vial that says a splash of autism.
So you hate it because he resembles you.
No, it's just
I
like,
hate representation!
no. I like Super Broly. I just like Z Broly way more. I mean, he's still
Speaking of representation, there is a movie where the whole world is Down syndrome people, and it's about one person who's not, and they're ostracized because they're not mentally retarded.
that's
I
amazing.
forgot what it's called, but that movie
Day in the life of
exists.
Connor.
It's just called America? Wow, that's interesting.
Like, what kind of retarded shit is this?
The
Exactly!
Pandaverse. The Pandaverse.
The banner.
The Pandaverse.
What a
Uh,
chicken
but-
leg, yeah.
Yay!
So, two other bits why I love Broly is Goku legit gets mad at him and says, hey, why don't you give us a handicap? His response, is that another word for coffin? Like, 12-year-old me, like, had a spasm. Like, oh,
He's
Well,
so
that and
fucking
his-
cool!
And his transformation scene in the official dub, they had Tins by Pantera playing.
Yep.
I
yeah.
lost my shit when I saw that. I
Also,
was
his
like,
first
oh,
line-
Fuck, we got Pantera.
Also, his first line after Transformer is, you Kakarot, you're the first victim. And I'm just like, literally, Vegeta, oh, that is so
Yeah.
cool.
Connor is TFS Vegeta when it comes to it.
Oh,
100%.
definitely, hands down.
I love the TFS version of Broly too.
Mm-hmm.
What
See,
is
I've been
your
watching.
power?
I've been rewatching. There's a lot of Family Guy, and I'm like, dude, Dalton is totally Stewie. Like that's you're Stewie like a motherfucker, bro.
In what way?
Just
Yes.
like the shit when someone says something stupid and you just come out with like a total fuck you, like in like the best way. I'm like, that's
mean,
yeah, okay.
It's obvious not the genius part.
The last bit I got is the fact that Broly's dad was trying to leave because he was like, yeah, I don't want to be caught up in here. Sorry, you're going to die, Broly.
Oh, hi,
Broly's,
son.
Broly's literally already there, just like, hey, dad, what the fuck you doing? He's just like,
Oh, I needed to get after I got the cigarettes, I needed to get a lighter at a different store, and you see, like, it just kind of kept driving.
I love how he basically says, I was preparing the ship for us. And he just calls him out like, in a rocket built for one, and then just literally yeets him into space. And the whole time I'm just like,
To be fair,
motherfucker-
Broly could probably live through that, as he lived through
Exactly.
Frieza blowing up the home planet. Like,
How much
He'd
to
be
worry
fine.
2024?
he'd be fine. The other thing is, he's also like, if I had mentioned him on the previous thing about how villainous he is, he would be there. Because whenever he sees the little like alien slaves or whatever, he literally looks at them and says, you know, I see that you always look up at your old planet. You know, you want to go home. Grabs a key box, you're thinking, he's going to kill the kids. No, he curves that shit like the wanted bullet, destroys their planet right before them. It's just like, oops. And I'm just like,
Did I do that? Like, you
Cool.
motherfucker.
yeah, literally, he basically pulls a. He even says, "Did I do that?" he doesn't say it
Does
like
he
that.
really?
Yeah, when he says it,
Steve
like,
Urkel,
oops.
he Steve Urkeled him.
He doesn't say it like, "Did I do that?" Like Steve Urkel. He just says, "Oops, did I do that?" And the other thing, he's voiced by Vic Managa, the guy who voiced Edward Elric.
yeah, Edward Elric.
I love that man. I don't care about the controversy. He's the goat.
I don't care about the controversy. He might have raped a woman. I don't care about the controversy.
Epstein for life.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Sorry, boys. Let's go.
I need to look up again how that stuff happened because half people say, oh, he definitely sexually tried to assault her, and other people say, no, Monica was crying wolf and she was just being a bitch or something. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know what the situation is, but usually 9 times out of 10, when something about mistreatment or sexual assault or the R word comes up, 9 times out of 10, even if you're not guilty of it, your career is done.
Well, of course, because it's a court of public opinion.
I know, but the mere mention of it is enough for people to be like,
I.e., court of
Nuh-uh.
public opinion. That's the court.
I know, but anyway, those are my 3 villains for villains that are just bastards, but fuck, I love them.
What about you, Matt?
Okay, I have been thinking about this, and there are 2 kind of same universe, but Darth Vader
oh yeah, 100%.
and
Yeah.
fucking Darth Maul. Because Darth Maul was like the metal Darth Vader. But I just remember with Star Wars, like, I was like, dude, Darth Vader was just a badass. He's just imposing force of, like, I ain't trying to fuck with him. I don't know if he looking at me all weird. I don't fucking know. And then when Phantom Menace came out and I see this fucking black, red face, all these fucking horns, double lightsaber, I was, dude, oh my god, bro. As a child, I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life.
Oh my god, he's so cool!
He's so fucking cool!
That was
the
cool.
reason.
He is!
Apparently, the reason Maul went with the dual lightsaber when Palpatine asked him why the dual lightsaber. Apparently, it's canon that, well, I guess not anymore because Kathleen Kennedy, fuck you, bitch.
Yep.
I guess he told Palpatine it lets me kill Jedi faster.
See, actually, originally in
That is
the extended
holy
universe,
shit right there,
is
bro.
Palpatine sent him off to a mission to fight a Jedi Master, and the Master was just kind of like doing his own thing, and then he was using a single-bladed lightsaber at the time, and then he like makeshift fashioned his own on there because he kept fucking getting his ass kicked, and he put a second one on there and killed the Master. The Master goes, "Oh, so you can learn," and then dies. It's like, what the fuck?
Bro,
I think Maul was like, "You're an asshole."
yeah, dude, Darth
You're
Maul's
right.
such my shit. Like, this little figure, actually, Caleb and Austin Chambers, man, they hit me up one day, they're like, bro, we got a surprise for you. It's like, because they had fucking Star Wars figures at Walmart, and they fucking hunted and found one Darth Maul way in the back, and like, we're buying this for our boy, and I was, bro, Darth Maul's the coolest fucking goddamn Star Wars character ever to be created, man. That shit was fucking great.
Matt, you might
Also-
appreciate this.
Y'all might appreciate this as well, because you know when they're fucking running, and you know it's Obi-Wan fucking whatever fighting Darth Maul, and then the little things come up, right, and they get separated, and you see Qui-Gon Jinn, he gets down, and then you start seeing Darth Maul pace. They're actually building energy, because even in SWTOR, as a Jedi, your like health regain is the fucking, you sit down and like kind of summon your shit, and for the Sith you seethe, so he's literally seething right there. It's my shit.
That looks really fucking cool.
That's
We have
legit.
to take it out of the
Shit,
box.
dog.
But yeah, I did notice that too. Actually, Dalton pointed that out to me. I think, like I was just sitting there one day, and he said, "Hey, did you know that technically, like,
Also,
Qui-Gon
I'm gonna throw out fucking Pyramid Head real quick too. Pyramid Head's my guy. Pyramid Head's badass. I don't give a fuck. That nigga look fucking cool as shit, and he'll fuck his shit up all goddamn day.
All right.
I need to quickly say about Darth Vader because it's one of my favorite flexes he has. The fact that in The Empire Strikes Back, you know, he's talking to it's not an admiral he's talking to, is it? Or because he basically says, "Oh, we started the attack already. Why did he come out of jump? He thought we would get him. We would catch him off guard. He's an idiot." And then he goes to like find him on the ground. It's like, "Yes, Lord Vader. He doesn't lift a finger. He just chokes him. Looks at him dead from like in orbit while the dude's
I
on the
looked him
planet.
dead in the windows of his soul. I said, "Bitch."
He
He's a
chokes
bitch
him
though,
from
right?
literally. He chokes him from orbit to fucking the planet and doesn't move an inch. Just looks at him, basically says, "Yeah, I don't have time for you. Fuck you." And then just
You're forgiven.
and then looks. Oh no, that was the other guy who's like,
Oh, yeah.
"I will tell Lord Vader, and hopefully he will see reason." Just see his body fall. Apology accepted.
So I'm pretty sure that one was Orzik that fucking he choked, and Niet was the one that he was talking to before. And Niet was the only guy to never get killed by Lord Vader. He was the only competent fucking like officer out of the whole goddamn Imperial fleet.
And Darth Maul in general definitely was like, I would say he was one of the first like personifications of edge. Like I've said, there are characters that are like have like they they're like the poster boys for edgy, like Virgil from Devil May Cry, Shadow the Hedgehog, Darth Maul. Like Darth Maul said 2 lines in the whole movie. At last we will reveal ourselves. At last we'll have our revenge. Then all he does is he pulls out a double-bladed lightsaber and just beats ass.
He just dropped his dick and fucking that's all he needed to do, but
Though I will say,
he didn't have to fucking blah, 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 council. Hey, let's have another fucking council in this fucking Phantom Menace movie. Councils. Oh, there's so many councils in there.
yeah, and then it still has my favorite fight with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. Like, yes, I know the choreography isn't good, but I just love the fact that Obi-Wan he's no longer being defensive. He's just like, no, I'm out for blood.
The choreography was pretty decent.
No, it was shit.
But
The fucking sword fighting was absolute ass. Don't even. I will fight this.
No, Dalton.
Choreography, great. Sword fighting, terrible.
What did I say?
Griffin
Choreography,
motherfucker
not
here.
sword fighting.
But it's still fucking. It doesn't matter how great the choreography is. The sword fighting is trash.
I didn't even say it was great. I said it was pretty good.
Okay,
I know.
Griffin.
But I will still fight because sword fighting is trash.
Hey, I liked it.
It's still cool.
Nigga.
Don't get me wrong.
Nigga.
Dude, you
It's
can have a
still
dildo
cool,
with a
though.
lightsaber and
That's how you just end an argument. Well, I liked it.
Yeah. Anyway, and Pyramid Head. Great choice. I'll never get over seeing him in like
bro.
I'll never get over seeing him in the live action movie just ripping off her clothes and like 11-year-old me. What is he gonna do it to?
Pulls the fucking skin off.
Again, another Broly moment. Oh, he's so fucking
The
cool.
most metal shit
He's
in the
so
world,
fucking
dude.
cool.
I gotta download that TFS line.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I wonder if I
Yeah.
can get it and put it in here.
Like, he's just imposing too. Like, anytime he showed up in like Silent Hill, yeah, maybe you have a strategy to beat him, or you could run from him because he walks. But his sheer presence alone is enough to make you like your pants go from blue to brown.
See, but when you say shit like that, then I think like Nemesis though. Like I don't even know if I like him because he scares the shit up. Like, go away, you're fucking cramping my vibe.
Well, in Resident Evil remake, in the Resident Evil 2 remake, Tyrant was scary because, or Mr. X was scary because he was relentless. He always kept coming after you.
Them adding tyrants made the extra like.
Yes. And then whenever you played, Resident Evil 3 remake, which I got to play, it was okay, just incredibly short.
Yeah.
There is nothing more scary than seeing just like Nemesis like trundle over to you. It's like, okay, it's like Mr. X run, and then you just hear. Nah, he is dead sprinting toward you. Like, you owe him money or you owe him bussy. I don't know, but he's coming to collect, and I'm just like.
You just present yourself. Please stop, mister. Like, what the fuck? Please don't. My fragile little asshole.
The worst part is.
Grabs Connor and turns him around. Bite the pillow. I'm going in dry.
The worst part is, with some of his movement stuff, he'll even use a tendril like a hook shot to like yeet himself over to like drift in front of you to be like.
Yeah, he ain't allowed to do that. He's like Wesker does that shit. You can't do that shit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be big, you have to be slow. That's the rules.
I know, like Nemesis literally took that logic and said, no. He did
the Helldivers Chargers. Jesus.
The Black Panther thing. We don't do that here. Yeah, no,
Right,
Right.
who else got one? Let's go.
I got a couple, but I'll let Dalton go first as he's got some.
Oh, villains that I like that are
Yeah, villains
cool.
that we love.
Because I've been thinking about it for like a good fucking while, and I'm sitting here trying to think. It's like, what villains do I love besides the villain in the Acolyte, which I know nobody else here has seen yet.
I'm about to watch it soon.
Yeah, I don't want to like necessarily spoil it, but I absolutely love the villain in that one because he's such a fucking badass when he fights, dude. It just.
Oh, you mean Guy McDude?
Oh god, it's just that
dude.
the guy McDude, but just his fighting, just the sword fighting in it is so fucking brutal.
I did see the fight.
Guy McDude.
Actually, Arclight is superior because he actually did the research for the sword fights, and that's what makes it good.
I mean, to be fair, most of Star Wars sword fighting isn't real sword fighting because how you gotta fight with a fucking blade of light. But just the stuff that they do in that, like that dude is just fucking like Matt. When you watch it, you'll fucking see what I'm talking about. That dude
Can I say one thing I
doesn't
saw
give a
about that fight?
fuck. What?
When I can't remember how he did it. I just saw clips on from It's a Gundam talking about it.
Yeah.
When I can't remember if it was his blade or what, but basically turned off the other lightsabers.
It's a steel that's been in Star Wars since the 90s. It's an extended universe steel that actually fucks with lightsabers.
I just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's
I
an
just
actual thing that's been in the universe, and everyone's like, "Well, how did they do that?" And it's like, bro, you guys aren't Star Wars fans if you're not fucking seeing what, like,
That's
knowing
why
what this shit
your
is.
saber needs to have a fucking blade at the end of it too. So if that shit don't work, I'm.
Yeah, right. Just like, but no, it's that fight. That fight goes hard, man, and I fucking absolutely love like his character so far. I don't know, just like I mean, Revan as Darth Revan was one of my favorites because of just how he was, because he was charismatic, but he was still breaking Jedi. Like he was still using the Force to torture them.
Could we say he was a cool villain? Because technically, he basically just pulled a "I'm a Jedi, I'm a Sith, I'm a Jedi again."
Well,
both.
I mean, if you like, you go KOTOR 2, like, you know, my nerdy ass will like to do, and they talk about like all of the stuff that Revan did when he was a Dark Lord of the Sith. Like the dude tortured Jedi to try to convince them to turn to his side. Like he did
I
some
guess.
fucked up shit to people just to get them to, you know, join him, and it's like,
And
I
then you beat
do-
the shit out of him in SWOTOR.
yeah, it was either you join his side or he kills you. Like that was Darth Revan because he was
That's a pretty easy choice.
yeah,
Right?
right.
Someone to join your side. Okay, cool.
No, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, some
That's a-
random fucking Jedi fledgling is gonna go try to kill one of the most badass Sith lords in all of fucking history.
I mean, I did it as a Sith in SWOTOR.
Yeah, but SWTOR sucks. Storyline wise, for Revan.
It's okay.
But
For
I
Revan,
don't
yeah.
remember. There
Wait.
there's not a Revan in there. I mean, there's
There
the
is.
whole cult of him.
There is.
There
It's
is.
the Foundry, and I forgot the
before.
Sith version.
Shadows of Revan.
Well, yeah, even that.
Alright.
Like when you
Well,
go
the
to the extended, that's
the
Revan.
Foundry, the Foundry is the Sith side where you find Revan and you kill him. And then for the Republic side, it's the Maelstrom prison where you rescue him from the prison that the Emperor put him in.
Yeah. So like, yeah, Revan's all in SWTOR. But
And
I
then,
just
of course,
hate what they
there's
did
the
with
Shadows of the
story.
Revan expansion where you literally fight Revan again, but it's like some weird, goofy bullshit. It was literally a
Yeah.
MacGuffin just to bring back Emperor Valkorion. That's it.
Man,
That sucks.
I think of Tor, and all I can think about is whenever Connor lost his fucking mind whenever the dialogue trees were going on, and I went from evil to good, but I was chastising her for doing the evil thing, even though I encouraged the evil shit earlier.
You are a petty piece of shit.
You know what? Ben is the fictional villain for Connor. That's what he is.
Yeah, he's the villain I fucking hate.
And your computer shuts off in
you're
3, 2.
That's good, petty.
That's petty right there. That
That's
would
petty,
be,
dude.
That's
Petty
Richard
mayonnaise.
Petty, bud. Patty mayonnaise.
That's Tom Petty.
Kyle Petty, Richard Petty. But
Tom Petty.
let's see, Dalton. You
That's
finished
pretty much
yours.
all I had done. I don't really have, like, I like a lot of villains, but that's just the kind of ones I have.
Jice.
I have 3, but one is kind of influenced by player choice.
Go ahead.
The first one for me is the Butcher from Diablo. I've always
Okay.
loved him.
We could
Really?
tell.
Really?
It was a
You?
toss- yes, I know, shocking. It was a toss-up.
Oh,
It was a toss-up between the Butcher or the Skeleton King.
I like the Skeleton King.
I like Billy Butcher specifically.
I like Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher.
Oi, cunt.
The thing I love about the Butcher, it's not just one singular demon. There's a whole type of them, but they're all stitched together from other demons to make them, make one big strong motherfucking demon. Basically uses a giant cleaver that's the size of an axe and just swinging it mad, just back and forth like it weighs nothing. If he
He's
finds you, and the only way you find him in Diablo 4 is a random chance in a dungeon. It's a 1 in 50 chance. But if you are ever doing a dungeon in Diablo 4 and you just hear chains rattling and everything, and when you get close enough to him, you'll hear him scream fresh meat and charge you.
That's even your
And you
entrance theme or your entrance thing for. That's like your soundboard.
It is. But I
Fresh
didn't play it because
beats here.
I didn't play it because the thing can't pick it up, and I know how much you hate it. He actually throws his hook. He throws it at you and pulls you back to him if you get away from him.
That's fucking the worst. I hate those fucking moves.
He
Someone
also
already kicked the door open. I was why? Because I didn't get scared this time. Ow!
damn.
Who kicked the door open?
It was me, and you didn't
Bingo.
even come and look.
I thought it was him.
You didn't even care.
You don't care a bit.
You
You don't
didn't
give a
know.
shit. You don't give a shit.
Damn. You guys saw that assault.
I'm about to say, Matt getting abused over here.
Getting puffed up, dude.
We have it on video too.
We have it on video. We could report her.
The judge told you quit hitting on me like that.
She's caught in 4K ultra wide.
Hi, Devin.
Hi, David.
She can't even hear us.
I know, why are we saying it?
You sure he's got a 13?
Okay, I guess Matt's getting pulled away. He got wife aggro.
What's that like?
I don't know.
Connor. Jesus Christ.
What?
Jesus Christ.
What do you
Jesus
think?
Christ.
You act like Matt wouldn't do that.
What, the Mr. Slave Jesus Christ voice?
No.
I don't know.
Look,
When Ben
look.
says Jesus Christ, though, that's exactly what I think of, though, just every time. It's not necessarily how Ben says it, it's just because that's what pops into my head when he says it. Just
I guess the other one is the Dark Urge. But like I said, that's player influenced. So
you fucking would.
You shut your whore mouth.
I like the Dark Urge, though. The Dark Urge playthrough is pretty fun.
It is fun. I just finished the redemption version of it. It's not
I haven't
bad.
done that yet.
I texted Dalton what happens at the end, what one of the choices I did, and I was actually surprised on what it did. But the problem is I can't say anything because it's a spoiler.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I'm on Act 3 with mine, so
Are you going to do the same thing I did?
I don't know. Probably not.
What class are you playing?
I don't fucking remember. Like,
If it's
I don't remember what it is.
Caster, it's a little bit broken. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember what it is.
But the last character I just love, and apparently a lot of other people do, is Colonel H. Stinkmeaner from the Boondocks.
Hell yes.
He
Hell
definitely
fucking yes.
sits on the list of most pettiest of villains in media.
Comes back from the dead.
He comes back from the dead just to be a fucking hater, bro. He even possesses a man just for that. And I will still always laugh at when they're walking up the stairs to exercise him. You just hear, "You all testicles and no shaft. What happened to your shaft, Rob?"
I love it. I love his the introduction. What are you, blind? Yes, I am.
Got your ass beat by a blind
I
man.
mean, the other thing is, his whole family is
Right,
even petty as fuck. They're literally called the Hatocracy.
No, that wasn't his family. Those were people he met in the retirement home. Matt, my last choice was Colonel H. Stinkmeaner from the Boondocks.
And I said it. He definitely.
He
sits on
is
the list
all
of-
hatred. That
of
nigga
the-
hate. That nigga hates so bad, even the devil. Like as soon as he got down, like he called the devil a bitch ass nigga.
I love it when he's leaving hell.
What-
Oh, hell ain't shit.
Bro, whatever he took over, Tom was in the courtroom. Was like, I just have one question for you, ma'am. What's good, nigga? What's really good? Like the nigga will lie. The nigga was cheating.
I guess I don't know if he'd fall under a villain, but I guess a bonus would be
No,
Uncle
he's
Ruckus.
That's an
Nigga is a
anti-hero.
total villain, but yeah, you gotta love him.
That's an anti-hero.
That's a good segue into the anti-hero. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I haven't.
I'm
Oh,
gonna say,
yeah, I
does
know.
Ben do his?
That's fine. Ben can do his.
So, I've actually got two. which-
Okay, Ben, can you trim it down to one? We gotta. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
I'm kidding. I promise. Please.
Hi,
continue.
Devin.
So, one of them, and you're gonna make fun of me for both of them. I know this. Okay. So one is Darth Bane.
Oh,
Of course, Darth Bane's your last name.
Well, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's
Is it because he implemented the rule of two?
Yes, and the rationale why?
To be
Because
fair,
he's evil as all fucking get out. Like, there's no denying that. But he's essentially trying to find a better way to do it. You know what I mean?
Without
And-
having to like fucking just straight
Like
up
a
kill
point of
everyone
him-
every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. I enjoy that too. Like he's one of the few Sith who looked at the fact that like Sith love to backstab each other and just said, "Look, there's a better way to go about this."
Yeah.
Sith
like
do
we-
love butt stuff.
Like we literally self-defeat ourselves. Look, but with this, sure, your apprentice can betray you, but from that will become something even stronger,
Exactly. And that's
which
one
I
thing-
which I appreciates about him.
Yeah, that's one thing I really fucking like, because like it fixes a fatal flaw in the ideals and builds upon it to a point to where it's stronger than it could be otherwise. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
He would be my favorite Sith if Darth Maul didn't exist.
Very barren.
And
He
now-
was the one who legit looked at the Sith, pulled them by their cloaks, and said, "Can you little shitbags get your shit together and not kill each other for 1 second? God
Yep.
damn it, we're all on the
Darth
same
Maul was that
side."
fucking beast.
Now, the other one, Connor's going to go. He's going to go on me with this one. He's going to get on my case with this one.
Go ahead.
Terrence Fletcher from Whiplash.
Not my fucking depot!
So
I
villain
don't
you
get
want.
it.
I mean,
So-
I'll give you. He is a villain.
He's
He
a
made kid
fucking
kill
villain.
himself. That's
I
pretty
wanna,
bad.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that he drove a kid to suicide, I wouldn't call him a villain. I'd call him an asshole, which he definitely is. But
I need context.
we need to have a talk later. Oh wait, have you not
Ever
seen
seen
Whiplash?
Whiplash?
Oh, I've
He's
never
never-
seen Whiplash.
Whiplash
Okay.
is just, it's a movie about a boy who wants to be the best fucking jazz drummer there is, and J.K. Simmons is trying to push him to be the best by like throwing chairs at him and calling him a piece of shit. And
And it's been way
dude,
too long.
it's such a good
And-
movie.
It's been way too long since he's seen pictures of Spider-Man, so he lost all his fucking hair and has an attitude problem.
I love it.
Right,
Give
hey,
it
picture
an
of Spider-Man.
Like-
Academy Award.
Like, I would love for like the scene whenever you confront Ketherick, instead of that like famous line of the whole like "I fought for and against gods." Instead, it's just
He
If I
throws a
so much
symbol
as
at your
see-
head.
yeah. So I'm like, if I so much as see one of you forget this, I swear to fucking God, I will stop being so nice. Get the fuck out of my
No,
face
I
before
will
I
stop
demolish
being-
you.
I will stop being so polite. But no, the reason why I love Terrence Fletcher is he's essentially
Hold on. What the hell is Devin doing down there?
She's waving.
so. What the fuck, Connor? Jesus Christ!
I think
Oh no, I was
Matt's getting
flipping up
glowy.
Evan, but you can't see.
But anyways, the whole reason why I love Terrence Fletcher is he takes the motivational, do better, be better mindset and takes it to such a psychotic fucking level that he goes from being inspirational to what would be classified as an anti-hero to straight up fucking villain arc.
So
Because of how it all ended up, and he has no off switch.
Connor,
No.
take notes.
Which
Anyway,
I,
but the-
I freaking love it. If it wasn't for the fucking suicide shit, he would be an inspiration.
basically, during one of his like lessons, he like plays audio of like a kid he had before who played the drums well and said like he was like the best, like hyping him up, and then he said
Yeah,
one day
the
he
kid was
just
like cursing himself for a scale, so he just stayed up
Yeah.
and practice, and he
and then
played
he
the best goddamn trumpet solo you've ever heard.
And then he said he like passed away, but then after like the main
Yeah, you
character has
find
a
out he
mental
hung
breakdown. Yeah, it literally like the police literally tell him he didn't die. He killed himself. He literally hung himself because J.K. Simmons drove him. Was such a bastard. Like, don't get me wrong, the movie's great. It's funny. But God, like, if it wasn't
Especially
for
the suicide part.
again, if it wasn't for the suicide bit, I just call him an asshole. But because of that, I legit have to be like, no, you're in the villain category. You're a dick. But he says some of the most crazy, hilarious shit imaginable. Like, one of them is about, like, his dad or whatever, like, being impotent. He's like, now for the last fucking time, are you rushing or are you dragging? Just,
And
Like he's almost he could almost like rival Stink
Think
Meter
of
in hate.
it like it's Full Metal Jacket.
yep,
That part, the
yeah,
camp part.
yeah,
but
with Arlie Ermy, the
slightly better
fucking
jazz drummer.
yeah. The way that I love it is because you get to see both sides of the spectrum with him, but you still acknowledge the fact that he's a fucked up guy.
The other thing is he says a quote that like encompasses his mentality to like why he acts as he acts, because he says to the main character at one point, I think the worst thing you can tell someone is they
Good
did a
job.
good job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like to him, he thinks that it basically like would cause like you'd slack then because you're doing good. No, it's like what Ben wants from all of us. He wants us to be our best, and if it means having to literally tell you to kill yourself, your dad's an impotent faggot. Oh, please cut that out. I'm so sorry. Please cut that out.
I'm not cutting shit out with this.
I mean,
one.
we're not on
We're not on
stream,
Twitch.
buddy. Yeah,
We're
we're
not
not on
streaming.
Twitch. It's fine.
I know, but again, the
Faggot,
point I'm
faggot.
getting at is to him, he wants you to be the best you can. But if that means having to literally break you down to like pieces,
It's
He'll do
it's very military.
I was
It's the
about to say that.
military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because
So
that's-
Ben, good job.
Fuck you. No, the thing, and that's what I love about it, because you can sift through it, and you can find some semblance of inspiration in the midst of it. It's just that the fuckhead went too far. Like by all fucking means, break yourself down, build yourself back up, be better than fucking ever, and all that good shit.
I don't think he
But-
went far enough.
But
I'll take
bitch,
Not my fucking tempo.
Not by fucking tempo, boys.
that is
you're not
another,
my fucking tempo.
that is another quote that people That'd
I
be a
need to
great
follow
one.
Dalton's tempo, apparently.
Actually, you know what? I'm 3/4 time. He's 6/8 time. We're close enough. It's all good. So
I mean, there are so many like J.K. Simmons references or things you could pull from that make him so iconic. Like, I just picture scenes of Ketherick Thorne talking or just being, like ominous, and it's just something like, "Minthara, you didn't bring me the pictures of Spider-Man."
but yeah, no.
Or
those-
another one when he's like, or he beats her up and he's like, "You're supposed to help me get what I want. Think, Minthara,
yeah,
Think, Minthara, think!
not my fucking tempo."
but yeah, like it's equal parts fucked up and inspirational if you can separate the fuckery from it. So
Yeah, if
it's-
you're a heartless fuckwit.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something.
What's up?
Kreia. Kreia's a villain that I absolutely love.
there you go.
I hated her for that one moment. It just annoyed the piss. out
I
of me.
love everything she talks about.
I do, yeah. Like I get her vibe. She's trying to say like it's not good to be one thing. Be malleable,
The Krusty and Kreia.
Because like I don't know if men were done sucking J.K. Simmons' dick or not. But like Kreia's and like a lot of the stuff she says, like it sounds like hypocrisy when you really kind of look at it from a surface level. But when she goes into the like all of the stuff that she actually talks about, it's like, if you go dark side and you yell at a guy who asks you for money, she's like, why would you yell at the guy? He's just a dude trying to get money. But if you go light side, she's like, why would you give that guy money? Because, and your character's like, well, I'll help anybody I can. And then she shows you that the guy gets beat up because he had money and the other guy didn't. And it's like, you're actually causing him to struggle more by giving him this money. And it's like, that's a lot of her stuff. It's like, you're supposed to find just the right thread to pull to be able to like make something change. Fucking love Kreia. Kreia. I absolutely love her.
Big kitty.
So yeah, that was one of the other characters that I liked that was a villain.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I have to mention Kreia. Anyway, I don't know if you had any more about it.
Anti-villain?
No.
And why are anti-villains cooler than regular heroes?
Now that Matthew Buendia is a fat pussy.
Nobody listening to the audio version will understand this. So go to Spotify or YouTube.
TLDR, Matt's wife showed their cat Perseus, and then I showed my cat Ming.
I'm still not convinced that Matt's not getting a blowy under the counter or the. Under
I've
the
been
desk
making
there.
that joke the entire time, but Ben's like,
No.
"Eh."
Oh, okay.
This long, he's not getting any.
I think the reason why we like anti-heroes better than regular heroes is because anti-heroes are people on the good side but with human-like traits, and so they are far more relatable.
Chaotic good.
I mean, not even necessarily chaotic good, but just fucking flawed, because humans by nature are flawed. Each and every
Hey,
one of us has a fucking flaw.
Hey Ben, do me a favor and say the uno momento por favor line real quick.
But no momento, por favor, no hablo mucho español. Me gusta
Okay,
grandes chistes.
so-
Tiene sus papeles, pendejo.
So I decided to go to Wikipedia for the definition, but it simply says an anti-hero, sometimes spelled as anti-hero or anti-heroine, is a main anti-heroine. Never mind.
Selling as for anti-heroine.
Shut up. Is a main character in a narrative who may lack some conventional heroic qualities and attributes such as idealism, courage, and morality. Although anti-heroes may sometimes perform actions that most of the audience considers morally correct, the reasons for doing so may not align with the audience's morality. Please continue, Ben. This is your topic.
No, the thing,
Technically, it's mine.
yeah, technically
Oh,
it's
sorry.
his, but I kind of let off with it. But no, it's basically anti-heroes are like,
Yeah, I got some good ones.
look at the typical depictions of a hero, like a straight up grade A 100% prime beef
Yeah,
fucking
not
hero.
fucking Superman. Let's just give one prime example that everyone knows and loves.
Yeah.
Fucking Deadpool. Because you got him in Deadpool. He's like the poster child for anti-hero.
I was going to say Goku.
Goku's a hero. Fuck you.
Vegeta's
the biggest
no.
hero.
I was trying to fucking.
Oh, he was trying to say that's what a hero is
Yes,
Oh,
you fuck nuggets,
okay.
open your goddamn ear holes.
Huh?
Whatever.
What?
We know what he is. I'm
But-
saying
but
for
like-
anti-heroes, which is
Yeah, heroes suck. Anti-heroes are better.
But yeah, heroes have all the morality, all the composure, all of this, all of that. Whereas anti-heroes are fucking flawed individuals, much like the boys. You know?
But they're all. Oh wait, the boys. I
Like
thought you
the
were meaning the
actual The
superheroes.
Boys.
I thought you were meaning the superheroes. I was like, are you
No,
high?
the boys,
not
the actual
seven,
boys.
The boys.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
So, like, you got character traits that are not so well.
Yeah, they'll murder
Uh,
people. They'll steal shit. They'll do bad shit to do better good, essentially.
And it's actually even much more relatable in today, because you would have people in history that would fit the bill for an anti-hero, because the person is flawed but they accomplished great things, like they are the Vegeta of the of the normal world, you know what I mean?
Too bad he can't get a win.
Actually he got several wins,
To be
Okay,
fair,
and-
Vegeta has actually never lost against Goku.
and
Sure,
he's actually
but he's also the victim of Toriyama being like, but Goku.
Toriyama does Toriyama things, except not anymore because he's
Well,
dead.
he did Toriyama
Oh.
thing.
I was about to say he did die. Is that a Toriyama thing?
That's why I said except not
If
anymore,
he
because
comes
he's dead.
back, then it's a Toriyama thing.
So actually, Connor, I actually have a person for you to look up. Jake McNeese, also known as McNasty.
I know that. I watched the video.
Oh yeah. So that's
Yeah.
a natural. That's a natural, or
Yeah.
a real life anti-hero.
Yeah, he tried to be nice. Like one of the things was he was out with his platoon. Like they were getting drunk. One of
Yes.
them was being kind of a shenanigan fool with some MPs, and then he tried to say, "Hey, he's just drunk. Let me take him, and it's fine." And they tried to grab with nightsticks. He beats the shit out of them, fires off their guns so they have no more rounds left, and says, "Okay, now take me to jail." Like that
Yeah,
is
he shoot- he
anti-hero behavior.
he stole their fucking pistol and shot a stop sign.
Yeah, and then drops it, gives it back to him, and says, "Okay, take me to jail now." And I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty. Like his
All right,
whole
now-
existence was literally just being an asshole to the superiors, but getting the job done.
Now,
Yep.
what are some of y'all's favorite anti-heroes?
So I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I did have one that came to mind at least. It was from Game of Thrones. I could not remember his name. And it was during season 1, and it was one time I saw it where I saw a character purposely being dishonorable, but he was a protagonist per se. I think his name, if I'm looking up, his name
Tyrion?
is Braun. Braun.
Bran.
He was kind of a body. Bran, or
Bran.
Raisin Braun.
it's
There's
spelled
a
like
brand where you-
Bronn.
Bronn. I don't fucking
Raisin.
know. I haven't seen Game of Thrones in a whole minute.
I've never seen it once.
I
But
saw
no,
the
for,
first
like,
season and
there's a-
stopped after that.
There's a bit where Tyrion's in trouble and he's supposed to have this trial by combat, and then basically he has this guy named literally Bronn or Braun, like take his place in the fight, and the whole time the enemy's trying to be all honorable about it, but he's just like he's tripping him, stabbing him in places he shouldn't, and then literally like kills him like
Pascal's character.
That's not season 1, bud. You're deep into it. That's Pedro Pascal's character.
No, that's not. I swear it's season
Where
1.
he
I'm
fights the
not
mountains,
crazy.
So it's all
No, that
it's
is
all
entirely different.
guys. It's all good. He's popping a Bronner. Okay, it's okay.
Wow.
I swear to God, I'm not crazy. I swear to God, I'm not.
I'm not saying you are.
After this, I will find that fight and
lot that
post
goes
it
on
in
in-
Discord. I will find it.
To be fair, that's exactly what a crazy person would say to try to prove that they're not crazy.
I always loved in the movies.
Was there like a moon roof where there was a hole you can kick people out of and they'll
Yes.
fall to death? Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, one reason I remembered it was then he like kicks his dead body out of like the moonroof thing, and the woman who's like literally
The
breastfeeding
queen
a
who
baby.
still breastfeeds
Yeah,
her like
she's
fucking
like-
12-year-old.
She's like, "You have no honor," and he just goes, "True, he didn't. He did. Look what happened to him." And I'm just like,
That's where honor gets you.
he's out of line, but he's right. But I consider him an anti-hero. Piece of shit, doesn't have many morals, but he gets the job done. Or at least for Tyrion. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm not crazy. Bye. But I do love that thing, Dolan. Just the stereotype of, you probably think I'm crazy. Because that's clearly what a crazy person definitely wouldn't say.
Right? You probably think I'm crazy. You are crazy.
Yeah.
Bitch.
That is one example of an anti-hero I could bring up. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Virgil from Devil May Cry.
There you go.
In the third game, villain. Definitely a villain. But in the fifth one, he's half an anti-hero at this point, basically.
Like a Virgil villain for the very first time.
Get out.
Like a Virgil fighting Dante's on my mind.
In the rain.
I will still love the fact that the three voice actors for Dante, Nero, and Virgil were asked to say the line of "I'm dummy thick and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting demons." Both the voice actor for Dante and Nero kind of like sounded like they were not happy about it. Meanwhile, Virgil's voice actor is just like full bore into it. The clap my ass cheeks is alerting the demons. I understand you and Nero are having the same problem.
Hey, Dalton. I was just about to say, don't drop that.
Don't drop that. Dun, dun,
Oh my God, is that
Also,
the
don't we have a no
that-
eating
that's the-
during, or
Dalton.
eating during recording rule?
Oh my God, Dalton, don't look behind you. It's the booty warrior. He's waiting. Don't breathe. Don't make a movement.
Alright, I can see behind me.
He's invisible.
If I could make memes and just like take him and like crop him behind you, like it should be fucking hilarious.
I'm sure you can find.
I mean, to be fair, you could probably like.
Oh,
Ben
I know.
could-
I could screenshot
I
this,
did not
crop
need
him
that.
out. I know I can do it, but I'm just not
Well,
going to.
Well, Ben
Oh,
could
God.
freeze a moment while editing, send the screenshot to Matt, and then Matt could just like put in the booty warrior with the face up. I came looking for booty.
Actually,
Hey,
he's
look for
100%
man's
right.
butt.
Let's be honest. Your chances of getting assaulted by the booty warrior are low, but never zero.
Not until he dies.
Not even
Nah, I'd like to think his ghost would come out of the grave just for booty. Like, remember, he said booty is more important than water.
He's like, I'm gonna rearrange your polterguts.
All right, well, I got a good couple bit of anti-heroes that I fucking absolutely love.
Well, let's
Go
hear
ahead.
it then.
For one, Blade.
Yep.
Blade is one of my fucking OG loves. I hate that the movie is in like development hell and it's probably never getting made. And if it does, it's gonna be shitty since it's changed so many things. But yeah, man, that nigga's just cool, bro. Blade is like the coolest fucking Marvel character. That was like the first rated R Marvel movie
It was.
before Deadpool, man. It really was.
I
People forget that Blade is a Marvel IP.
Yep.
Bro, he was in the Avengers at a point. He was an
Uh,
Avenger. That's crazy. He was just like some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill and like fix Thanos and shit.
Yeah, the Avengers,
Yeah, I
aka
remember-
Discount Justice League.
I remember when he says that line. It's like, what does he mean? And then I just see him
DT
like,
stands for discount.
and then I just see him like jump and kick a sword into a vampire, and I'm just like, yeah.
No, he
Well,
kicked the
that was
syringe
smooth.
into fucking Deacon Frost's forehead.
Hold on. Matt, the reason I say that is because it is actually canon in the comics that Spider-Man was rejected from joining the Justice League, and so he went with the Avengers.
That's funny, man. I don't read, so.
No,
But yeah, I fucking love
Spider-Man's
Blade.
Marvel. Justice League is DC.
Dude, it's actually no. There was a crossover.
There are plenty of crossovers.
I thought he was rejected by the Avengers and
Nope.
he went to try to join the Fantastic Four.
No, Batman showed him the door. He's
No,
like, get the fuck
He tried
out.
to apply to the Fantastic Four.
And then
No,
immediately
he tried to
and then
be in the.
Dude,
He tried to be
both
part of the
can
Justice
happen.
League.
Both have probably happened. It's multiverse.
I just
Okay.
I just did picture Spider-Man saying, "My poor Uncle Ben, I can't avenge him," and Batman's just like,
Who? Do you have someone to avenge too? Forgot him? Forgot him?
Yeah, okay. And my second favorite anti-hero is Walter White, because Breaking Bad makes you root for the bad guy. And I've watched it 4 or 5 times. And even last time, even though I'm like, dude, he's a piece of shit. He's a garbage human being. Man, that nigga need to win, bro. Let's go. Blowing up fucking nurturing homes and shit, bro. He did some terrible shit. Poisoning children.
Being in the Empire
Yeah, we're
business.
rooting for him. It's fucking weird. But yeah, Walter
Yeah.
White's a badass, bro.
But the only reason why Walter White could be depicted as an anti-hero is because the people that he is surrounded by, that he has to overcome, are so much fucking worse than him.
Dude, yeah, he has to be just as fucking cunning, and I heard a Norm Macdonald joke where he's like, chess players say checkers players are dumb. I love playing checkers. Plus the red ones are yummy.
But no, like, yeah, he's fighting a literal drug kingpin that runs the operation underneath a laundered umbrella of an international fast food chicken franchise.
And even then, after he kills them and stuff, and they still try to sell, and they're divvying up the money, and he's like, what this much? He's like, bro, like, you just destroyed our distributor. It may be a smaller amount, but it's a bigger piece of the pie.
Yep. So
But
yeah,
Walter White the fucking beast.
Yeah, I have yet to actually watch that show. I've been wanting to. I just haven't gotten around to watching it
It's
yet.
a great one to binge, man.
it's fantastic.
The other one I could think of off the top of my head, which I'm surprised it wasn't the first one I thought of, but Alex DeLarge from A Clockwork Orange.
"Yeah, you know what? I can
still
see that."
He's a fucking, like, only when I saw it in theaters, I saw it through fresh eyes of like, this guy is a fucking human monster.
No,
He's
yeah,
like,
like
fucking
I would
raping
consider
people,
I
he's
would
beating the shit
consider
out of him. That's just what he likes to fucking do.
I would consider him more a villain than an anti-hero.
I don't
but
think
can
he's like. I
definitely
don't
see
think
where-
he's an anti-hero.
He's a villain. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yes, but
He's a
like,
villain, but
it's his
further in,
movie.
but further in, he has
well,
an anti-
you can have protagonist, and then you can have hero. Because a protagonist is not always a hero. A protagonist is the main character.
the Punisher, he's an anti-hero. He's the protagonist.
Yeah, he's going around getting revenge against people.
I mean, Blade, he's an anti-hero. He's the protagonist.
but like Alex, it may be the protagonist, but I mean, he's not necessarily.
Yeah, I guess he is smart. Well, then he's a villain I like. Let me-
The vampire Lestat, he's an anti-hero and the protagonist. There you go.
But a lot of people see that just because like do that with the protagonists and stuff. They think that it's, they're the hero, but it's like no, protagonist just means the person,
But he's
the
the
person who's
humble narrator. He says it himself.
yeah. But that means he's the person who the story is about.
They need to
I
go.
am the humble narrator who humbled a woman's insides.
No, they need to go back to hero school, the Hero Academia.
They wouldn't let him in.
All right, Connor, what do you got?
They would
since
just
you're
arrest
moving
him.
now?
Okay, this is gonna be kind of a stupid answer, but I kind of thought of it randomly. Godzilla. It could be argued.
There's movies where he's bad. There's movies where he's
Yeah,
good.
like-
Movies where he's neutral but still saves the Earth. But
So-
there's one where he's destroying the Earth.
I have to bring something about -1. Like, is anyone still trying to see it or what?
I have yet to see it.
I don't care.
Are you okay if I spoil
Go
something?
for
Chase?
it. Go for it.
Okay, so Matt, at the scene after like Godzilla literally does the huge nuke blast and destroys the entire city, and the protagonist like love interest goes like flying and she's presumed dead. he has that like mental breakdown in the street where he just screams at Godzilla. Someone got a figure of the -1 Godzilla, and it's just an audio going, "Stop fucking crying, bitch! Where? I don't want to fucking hear it." And I'm just like, yeah, definitely. -1 Godzilla is a fucking villain.
I also learned why it's called -1. Because when we dropped the nuke that set Japan to 0, and then after that, then they got Godzilla, so they were like, we're in the minuses now, like we're just keep getting fucked.
You know what?
Mhm.
Like, you put it as a joke, but that makes a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, the director said it.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, in general, I would say if I could consider like the Godzillas that are definitely anti-hero, the original one, because he ends up, well, no, he becomes a good guy at that point. Like, he literally has like a whole like the Super Friends. The second version of Godzilla, the Heisei era, I'm thinking he's definitely an anti-hero. And the current, I call it the Marvel universe because it just feels like it now. The Kong and Godzilla thing.
What, the MonsterVerse?
Yeah, I would definitely call him an anti-hero. Like, in the last movie, he was trying to smoke and literally beat the shit out of Kong. He wanted to run back. Then Mothra had to come back out of nowhere and literally be like, stop fucking fighting, and Godzilla's just,
Okay.
fine.
Freaking King Kong used Bumblebee as a fucking gauntlet.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Good times.
So yeah, he is an anti-hero sometimes. Other times he's just a goddamn menace, and I'm all for
Alright, who else got an anti-hero? They're like,
Yo, I got one, and I don't know if anybody's gonna fight me on it, but I'm gonna say Samus Aran is definitely an anti-hero.
Oh, it's
couldn't
because
tell you,
every
I'm
time
not
she, it's because every time she leaves the planet blows up.
Well, not necessarily that, but it's just like she goes against her orders like in every fucking game because of what's right. Like,
You know
that,
what?
that is very anti-hero like.
It's
Mm.
more
Coordination.
to me. It's more protagonistic because she never does
Protagonist
anything.
means the person the story is about.
I know, but the thing is, she never does anything morally questionable. Like, the worst
That's-
thing she does is
She's blown up several planets.
they were already gonna blow up.
No, the thing. Well,
They
hold
needed
on,
to
hold on,
blow
hold on,
up,
hold on.
too.
Hold the fuck on. The reason why Connor was saying it, he wasn't mentioning his rationale right. When you were talking about, hold on, Connor. Bear with me on this. Okay?
I'd rather polar bear you, bitch.
So, anyways, the reason why you were mentioning Samus Aran as an anti-hero is because she goes against orders for things that are better seen, or that are for the great, or for a more moral purpose. That is actually flying in the face of the definition of an anti-hero, because an anti-hero is not necessarily the moral compass all the time.
This is true.
So basically, if she was to see the ramifications of said order and say, fuck it, and go with it, then she'd be an anti-hero.
Well, in quite a few of the games, she does just go like, oh, fuck it, okay, we're gonna blow this planet up. Like,
Okay.
to me,
There are
it just,
few reasons for it, and you should know it as much as anybody else, Dalton. 9 times out of 10, when she's on the planet is usually in a state of being fucked and or nearly fucked.
or just, she could have blown
Or
it
it
up
just
anyway.
blows up anyway.
Or
It's
just
not always
fondled.
her fault. If anything, it's more explosions follow her. Like, she's ready
Well,
to leave a planet, and the
only-
explosions are like,
Explosions only follow her if she's in her Zego suit.
I will
Zero
always
suit.
say though, like when playing
She's
Dread,
in her
just
last suit.
I will
Yeah.
I will always say in Dread, just, you know, the fucking shadow beak nerd guy holding her by the neck, it's like, sleep, my daughter, power is everything, and then she just grabs him by the face, and I'm just like,
Even though she's altruistic, she helps others, but primarily motivated by bounty hunting work and defeating antagonists.
Okay,
I
so
mean, that
there.
last part now, but like with the bounty hunter work though, she does. I mean, she's not the morally like stand up person
Until
all
I
the
see
time.
her-
That is
Until-
a good argument.
until
Yeah.
I see her endanger someone that doesn't deserve it or does something very morally questionable, she's a protagonist to me.
You want to see her
She's
do
still a
morally questionable?
protagonist.
If you want to see her do morally questionable stuff, check her out in Pornhub, man. She's got
Motherfucker-
videos.
Bro, I'm
Hey,
pretty
if
sure
you
she
wanna
has
see
like
her-
over. Bro,
Connor,
she has
whenever you
I'm
say fucking protagonist, you mean hero.
fucking-
When you want to see Samus do morally
Look at
great
me.
stuff, look
Look
at her
at
when
me.
she play. Look at her when someone plays her in Smash.
I'm not talking to you, man of
Me.
shit. I'm talking to Ben.
Me. But no, you say
Look at me.
protagonist. Protagonist means the person the story is about. It doesn't mean hero.
That's the thing, Connor. Stop flopping around like a retard. Open your goddamn ears
Not
and
called
learn
my
something.
protagonist academia.
Jesus.
My
Pretty much is.
MPA.
My
But no-
anti-hero community college.
Yeah, you keep saying protagonist. It's like she is the protagonist because
Yes.
that's
Okay,
the game's about
fine,
her.
hero. I'm meaning the same goddamn thing. I'm just
Those are
saying.
not the
Not the
same
same
thing.
thing.
Same things.
They're not mutually exclusive.
You know what? It's
But
time
then
to
he-
bring back an old class.
Did you
Let it
fail
go.
English in school?
He might have failed English in school.
Move on.
Anyway,
Who else
Dalton, you got
got
another
one?
one?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean,
Well,
I'm sure
I got
there's
one, and
others,
I'm a little
but I
bit
like them.
disappointed that I got one, and I'm a little bit disappointed that none of you fucks mentioned them.
You.
All right, what's up?
Spawn.
We were waiting for you to do it because we know you like
Oh
Spawn.
my
No,
god, I
that
feel
just
so
slipped my
ashamed
mind,
I
bro,
didn't
'cause
say
I
that.
would've thrown out Spawn like
I know you would have.
Spawn and
You're-
Blade are both like equal badass for me, bro.
Right?
It only
They're
makes
both
sense.
fucking,
Jace is a
like,
Jace is a spawn camper, anyways. So I mean, hey, it's okay.
Oh my
I
god.
wouldn't spawn
Shut
camping in the
the
latest
fuck
game of
up.
Halo, but you wouldn't know that because you abandoned us and never play with us anymore.
Dude, I have
God,
played
you're
with
starting to
Go.
sound like Connor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I go drink some bleach.
Okay, have fun.
Oh,
Okay.
so that's how he's white?
Ha!
No, I'm white because I try not to go out in the sun. That thing's my natural enemy.
You can't go outside because you trip over your own incompetence.
I can
Damn,
go outside.
it wasn't even a fat joke.
Oh!
Good one. Let's
Fuck.
Wah, wah, I want people to insult me. Wait, why would you insult me? Wait, like, pick one.
I love this.
God damn it, we love you, Jace.
Get cherished.
I'm about to
You
say.
fat bitch.
This is
now
coming from the
open your
motherfucker
mouth.
who fucking abandoned the campaign when we do the smallest little evil deed. And he fucking abandons the fucking Baldur's Gate campaign. Don't even. Shut up.
You murdered children.
You
pulled the haven't?
wings off a Tweety bird.
You haven't?
Actually, no. You haven't murdered kids in Elder Scrolls?
You kicked a squirrel in the nuts.
I started laughing at just the way Ben said, you put the wings on my Tweety.
I mean, you can as a
Pretty
Dark
cool.
Urge.
Oh, tweet, motherfucker.
Oh, wow, you really
tweet,
can.
goddamn.
I thought Ben was just being a dickhead.
Oh yeah, as the Dark Urge, you could do that.
Yeah,
And
you
the
Of
the
course.
Druid Cove.
Of
Yeah.
course you can. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an option to prolapse an oxen's anus.
I mean, there is an ox in the game.
What, can you prolapse its anus?
No,
And
but
the
it's a
big-
ball spawn.
It's a ballsy spawn.
Okay,
So
you
back
know
to
what?
Spawn and enough of
Yeah, back to
Octane,
Spawn.
But
But
Spawn,
no,
badass.
Spawn basically sold,
Spawn,
sold his soul to Malbosia so that way, he could, didn't even really think about it so much, just so he could see Wanda again. Not be with Wanda, not have Wanda again, just see Wanda.
Yeah.
Back there 5 years
I-
later.
Yep,
I
went
would-
back 5 years later.
I
He's
would-
she's married
He
to Terry
does get the
Fitzgerald.
skin granted back, but homie makes him white, and he's like, "What the fuck? Like, never mind. She's not gonna with me."
Where's my N-word pass?
I am
But no.
afraid in your anger you lost it.
Two things. First, I would argue that Spawn, like, if we're talking about all of his comic iterations, he might be one of the most strongest beings in just media. He's
Probably
pretty-
right there beside Ghost Rider, to be honest.
Like, motherfucker literally kills God and Satan and then just is bored for the rest of it. He's like, yep. And secondly,
yeah.
Matt, I'm surprised you didn't mention this one, though I feel like we could debate it. Kratos.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
yeah,
I would
he-
say this.
He destroyed all the gods, but like he
He
had such a
did,
great
that-
time. So I ain't even looking at you. I'm just memorizing right now all the good times I've had with God of War.
so
Oh man,
I would argue from like God of War 1 to 3 and all the ones in between, there are a few moments where he actually does something that's good, but anti-hero-ish, He's brutal. He literally rips off people's head. He takes like Perseus or Theseus and literally like gets a door and just...
Why would he do that to Matt's cat?
Well, I meant Theseus, it's just I couldn't remember
you said
which...
Perseus.
I know, I just couldn't remember if it was Theseus or Perseus.
Anti-hero.
But yeah, he definitely has anti-hero tendencies. but I would say for some games he definitely has a villain vibe. I would say he's an anti-hero for a bit in like the remake, but then the second one it's more just he's just more
Boy,
Well, in the remake, the new ones, the Norse ones, he's not like he's trying to.
he's trying to stand. He is trying, but it's hard.
He's like, can I not just like not kill
He
niggas?
kills-
Everyone's like, oh, what's up?
I mean, he
heard
kills
you're
one
really
of Thor's.
strong.
He kills one of Thor's kids. Then again, Atreus was threatened, so he kind of just was like, "All right." He just pulls out his old Spartan belt. Let's go.
Kratos is a badass too.
No, yeah, he definitely is.
All right, who else got one?
What's up?
I was gonna say Kratos is the reason that most gods are dead.
Ben.
Honestly, the only thing that comes to mind is Vegeta.
No, I was saying, Ben, you're the anti-hero.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I am flawed, and I do mean well, so I mean, hey, there is that.
Said an anti-hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here late.
I'm trying to think of any off the top of my head to see if any.
But Vegeta would definitely be an anti-hero, especially in the later parts of Z. Like,
Boo
not
Arc.
necessarily at first. Yeah, Boo Arc one is definitely anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dalton, would you argue that?
Just soft side in him for his like family and shit though.
Would
Oh,
you
yeah,
argue
but
that?
You see him like that, I like, bruh. Yo,
Dolphin.
cred went down a bit and like, oh, no. He started singing and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Dalton, would you argue that maybe the Arbiter was an anti-hero for a while?
Well, I mean, so he technically would be counted as it because he doesn't go against necessarily our morals and stuff, but he goes against his own,
Yeah.
like their own life and their own morals. Because when you look at it, it's against the society in which you're in's morals and stuff like that. So I mean, he would. I mean, technically, it would be against all of
I
his
would
people
say-
and everything for a while. I mean, but he does do very heroic things.
I would say for Halo 2, anti-hero.
I would
For
say
Halo
he's
3,
more of a revolutionist than he is an actual anti-hero, though.
Yes.
I still say anti-hero for Halo 2, but then like around the end of Halo 2 and then to 3,
But I mean, he's
Definitely
still
not anymore.
doing it out of heroic reasons, though. Like he's
Well,
trying
he's
to
doing it
save his
mainly-
people.
yeah, he's doing it for his people. So at that point,
Yeah, I
he's
mean, it's not
definitely
really
more of a-
anti, though. It's
You
really
know what?
just
okay, yeah.
yeah.
But do you know
The
who
opposite.
isn't? But do you know who is an anti-hero?
The Muffin Man.
Bofa.
Go for these nuts.
Jinx, you owe me a fucking butthole lick.
What?
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Finally, I've asked you to do that for years.
Jesus Christ.
to the hole, sir.
Spare
Here's your butt
hole,
napkin, sir.
Spare
Pardon-
hole, sir.
Pardon me, sir. May I have less?
Less? Yes. Wait, that's just your dad.
You know what? This is
God
gonna be
damn.
a weird. This is gonna be a weird call to make, but I would almost say this is an anti-hero if we're going by like the standards of like a children's cartoon or anime. Gary Oak.
Who?
Gary
Why,
Oak.
why would you
Professor
say
Oak.
Gary Oak?
Oh wait, no, Professor Oak's grandson.
Oh, his grandson.
Ash's rival. You know, smell you later.
I couldn't tell you. Don't know it that well.
Actually, maybe more I'm thinking of the in-game rival, Blue, because
Yes.
he's such a piece of shit to you, but it's not like he does it maliciously to be legitimately like, lol, get fucked, KYS. He legitimately does have this drive where he's like, you're my rival, you need to be better, but you're not, you're cringe. Until you beat him in the Pokemon League, and then he's just like, damn, I was cringe the whole time. And then
started
Professor
making
Oak shows up.
Good that you finally admit it, Connor.
I mean,
Started-
having a rival would still not classify necessarily as an anti-hero.
All you're
I
doing,
mean, they
Connor,
make
is
the
making
rival
me.
system basically be your best friend in the newer iterations.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
you're
'cause in
making me.
most
All you're
of
making me
those-
do is like Gary, dude.
Actually, maybe more of an anti-hero would be the second generation rival, Silver.
Yes, because
He was a
fucking-
POS for a while, but then
Yes, there you go. There's the anti-hero.
I will still love though when he finally has his like moment of redemption per se. His Golbat finally evolves to a Crobat, but you can only evolve that when it has high enough friendship. So it's like the Golbat finally looked at him and said, "Okay, well now I can do this." Evolves. You just had to like me.
The power of
all you had to
friendship.
do. The power of friendship, so we don't have to whip
who-
the wings
who the
off
hell-
a Tweety Bird.
Who in their right mind likes Golbat?
Okay.
Well, apparently it's
Some
silver.
people like Golbat.
Don't-
I mean, some
don't
people like
sleep on
Growlithe.
that. Don't sleep on Golbat.
Hey.
What's wrong with
I was just saying that for Matt.
Don't sleep on
Way
Golbat.
bigger than Golbat.
If you put the time into Golbat and you get Crobat, you get one of the fastest Pokemon in the game.
Hey man, I don't care. Alolan Raichu's still the fucking best goddamn Pokemon of all time.
Fuck you, Cubone's better.
Fuck you.
How did we?
Lightning
you know
Rod
what?
has something to say
You?
about that
What do you
too.
mean? How do we? You brought up Pokemon.
That's fair, actually.
Well, of course,
That's
Jace is
how we-
unloved. Of course, Jace is unloved. His favorite Pokemon's an orphan.
Wow. All right, I think that's a good high note.
He
to
saw a
end on. It's
Pokemon and
almost
said,
8 o'clock
"Finally,
anyway.
someone I can relate to."
I'm not an orphan.
Yeah.
No, but you're unloved.
Oh my god, he's in his 30s. How can you be an orphan?
Yeah.
You can still be an orphan. I'm still technically one, I guess.
No,
You're
you're,
a
a
half
bastard.
orphan.
No, you're a bastard.
You're half an orphan.
A horphan.
You're a,
Half
Just,
you're
just
a-
like your
you're-
sexuality, you're half.
You're just an
Yeah.
or.
I was about to say in Baldur's Gate he'd be a half orph.
Oh gosh, but yeah, that's a good.
Yeah,
way
play us
to-
out, Ben.
So, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints, or you would like some perspective merch from us, or you would like some analog art pieces and a piece de resistance from a spick of all trades and master of Juan, since he lost his Instagram, then hit us up on mementomorons@gmail.com. If you would like to support this podcast, then we have not one, not two, but three means of supporting. We got Ko-Fi, we got Patreon, and we got the tried and true Spotify for Podcasters support link that is on pretty much anything that we have our stuff on. So just look in the description, I guess. We are also on Twitter at Memento Morons. We're on Facebook at Memento Morons. We're on Instagram at Memento Morons. Just Google search us. I mean, shit. We got close to 300 freaking members on our Facebook group. So hey, fuck yeah.
We're not that hard to find like Connor's Love Life.
We are streaming on Twitch.
I know
Not
you are, but what am I?
Not all of us are on Twitch at the same time, but we tend to try and keep it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Saturday. And so yeah, just jump in, have some laughs, fuck around, find out, all that good shit.
If you look on the graph for X, which is fuck around, and then you look at the category of Y, which is find out.
Burgers.
Then you will
Oh,
Z your
hamburgers.
way out with such an archaic reference.
Excuse
That's
you.
funny because
you
they probably don't know what the Z-axis is.
Excuse you, you would Z your way out?
Get out.
No,
Yeah,
we're
no.
not English.
Okay, bye.
But anyways, we got a couple of shout outs. Shout out to the Odd Fun Guy. Shout out to Horace Bunny. And let's see, who else do we got that would need a shout out? Oh, hit up Lindsay Rose on Twitch. She just made affiliate and she's still trying to garner more people to check her stuff out. So yeah.
Also, hit up Nori Nightshade on Twitter
Oh fuck yeah, Nori Nightshade
if you want to see like a
On
goblin
Twitch.
if you want to see a goblin necromancer with TDs.
on Twitch, not just Twitter, but Twitch. But yeah, so
Yeah. Nori, who never does anything wrong ever, and Chase just bullies her the whole time.
yeah, fucking toxic ass bitch over here.
Were you even there, Ben? Oh wait, you weren't. Never mind.
Yes, I was.
Sorry.
Without further ado, I shall bid thee adieu.
Adieu.
Bye, guys. Bye.
So
I need to go do my laundry.
Ben fucking made me laugh, and now I feel.